what he was telling y'all to act bad and all that other stuff. So I don't want to rush into it. I want to take time like this was like almost like a date or something. Like let's get into it, but let's get into it slow. I don't want to have to rush into it. Like I believe some women like y'all like fourth base or first base or whatever. Let's just take our time with it. Let's not rush it. We gonna get there. We gonna get to where we gotta go with Brother Love. I promise you that one. I won't let you down on that one. But real quick, let's give a round of applause for Ari Lennox for one, not looking amazing in that dress and then putting out an amazing single. And because we did play that Rod Wave clip, I guess we can kind of get into it. How she had a clip, she was on Angela Yee's show and she was speaking on how it feels to perform in front of Rod Wave, opening up for Rod Wave.
Say I was devastated when you said you weren't going to go on tour anymore, and this was
when I say that.
I thought you said like that.
Shit,
okay, good.
I'll be saying anything.
And then you're now on tour with Rod Wave. So how's that going?
Oh, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is because I'm opening up for young people, and they like. You know what I realized? I think my music is a little too happy, and I mean no shade,
right?
But it's too like pressure. And like, you know, like his is like different. So I think the people are just like, what the hell is this happy shit on here?
Okay, now I can see what you mean by that. Because I will say what I love about you also are your ad libs.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's like you just say stuff that you're like, I would say that too. And it's kind of funny.
Oh.
You know, so it lightens it up, but it is like real.
It's light. But the crazy thing is I can relate to Rod.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very emo inside. I'm very emo, but it's weird. Like when it comes to music, well, some of my songs are emo, like
I was going to say you express it differently.
Yeah, I think I express it differently. I wish I could tap in the way he does and like have such amazing impact in that way of like where depressed people can relate to me in that way. I think it's very powerful. He's a very powerful person. But yeah, I'm afraid to dive, I think, as deep as he dives into like his pain. Right. I do feel like I have walls and guards up. I feel like if I were to dive too deep, you know how people go low? I'm the person who goes to hell. Like, I don't know no limits. I'm extreme.
Drag me to hell.
Yes, drag me to hell. I'm talking about the darkest shit you ever heard.
Right.
Very
Bulture podcast.
So again, shout out to Ari Lennox. Ari Lennox does have a new song out and a video along with the song. What's the name of that song again? It's called Get Close. So I definitely, like I said, and she looked good. Oh my God. She got the V-line popping and all that in the dress. Like, shout out to Ari. And I guess the reason why I wanted to even bring that one up, because of course last week we were talking about Rod Wave and we were just talking about just the way we talking about relatability. I guess that was one of the bigger things we were talking about when it comes to the music part. And I do think realistically, yeah, that's a hard space. I think Rod Wave is one of those people where he's in a unique space by himself because a lot of people are probably scared to get that emotional with their music, like actually to just go that deep. And I respect Ari for even being honest about it. Like, no, that's a different audience, and he has a different crowd. And if you're not really kind of ready to reach his audience where it's at, I mean, one, it's going to be a learning experience for you. And then two, I don't know if it benefits you as much as you probably would want it to. Because, you know, just opening up for somebody, the name of the goal is realistically, you're trying to win over new friends. So that's kind of realistically the point of doing it. So I do get with her. I mean, which I'm sure she'll probably learn from this experience. Like, I'm going to thug it out. I'm going to finish this tour out. And then I will eventually figure out how to kind of teeter around with my music where I can hope and broaden my audience up. Because obviously that is a space. I mean, a space where if you just playing a numbers game, he sells out tour arenas and he do numbers if we talking about the charts or whatever.
My only thing with that, I feel like it's just, I think it's a different time though.
What you mean?
Because if he don't really make the up-tempo type of music and she's more of a neo-soul, so like I said, I just feel like the day and time is.
I feel like, but I feel like those two should go hand in hand. I think
right,
it's
that's
just,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So I feel like, but now it's more of a younger audience. So that's probably why she's saying like, oh, my music might be a little too more happy for them.
I don't think it has nothing to do with the age. I think it does what she said. I think it's just the tempo of the music. I think her tempo is just a little bit too high and too happy. I don't think the audience, because I don't think her age group or her audience is too much different from his.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but I just feel like who would go see, like, I would go see Ari before I would go see Rod Wave.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but I think that's just, but I don't necessarily know if that has to do with the age. I just think that's just the preference of music that you like. Like, I think realistically, you like you are more of an R&B person, even just in general, or even if it's not like, let's just say probably before even like Pardon, your style of your go-to music was always like a Common or somebody like niggas who had actual stuff to say. That's why I think if Rod Wave probably was maybe talking about a different subject matter, it may even fit your bag a little bit more because it's not aggressive. It's a mellow tone. It is like the kind of like the music that you like. You are somebody who I can sit here and say like you and our younger brother was into like the Kid Cudis and the Mos Defs and all of those like actual lyrical type of niggas. So I think realistically, Ari can find that sweet spot if she kind of just. It may take her a second. And I'm not sitting here saying that she got to, because I mean, obviously her music is working for her, but I'm sure realistically for most artists, you still have that goal of, I want to be able to do my own arena tour. I don't want to sit here and just be open and act, and not saying Ari is a headliner, but not a headliner to that capacity. And so, I mean, that's the only thing. It's something for her to, again, like I said, she got a new project out. She looked amazing in that black dress. She definitely was going viral. I was on Twitter, and her name was kind of trending for like 2 days just off the strength of how good she looked in that dress. And I think people appreciate when she allows herself to be even just seen in a different light, because, I mean, she is a very shy person. Like she downplays how beautiful she is a lot of times. So it's kind of always on the fence. So when you see her going viral just off the strength of her looks, that was tight to me. Especially in such a messy week where it was just so much extra stuff going all around. And one thing I've learned about social media, and I love posting content, because you actually get to see people's response. So I did not know it was so many soft men out here, dog. It was literally dudes in my comment saying, man, why you being so tough on Shakur Stevenson? You gonna chase people away from wanting to watch you taking money out of a black man's pockets if you down talking his fight. I said, bro, time out. One, hey, whatever race we about to go watch boxing, there's only nothing but black people and Spanish people who box regardless. So you act like I'm sitting here, okay, if I down talk him, what you gonna do? You just gonna watch another black person fight regardless. So what are you talking about, dog? Like, one, relax.
Who did you know?
Shakur Stevenson. He fought on Thursday night on ESPN. So this is only thing way I can describe him is he just got like a crazy haircut where his hairline is like OD small. But light skin dude, he got like a bush. If you want to look up him, he got endless interviews with Gilly the Kid and them, and he got endless interviews on the Pivot podcast. But he fought on Thursday night after it came on after the Bengals and Ravens game, and I was just like, damn, what the? Because he talks so much, like he always like when you're talking about who gonna fight Tank next or who gonna fight Devin Haney next, his name does always come up. So I'm expecting like, damn, it's kind of like disrespectful on a Thursday night. Like who watching a fight on a Thursday at 12 o'clock at night? You talking about this came on after Thursday night football. And so I'm like, hold on, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, cool, anyway, because Drake was about to drop and Wayne and 2 Chainz was about to drop. And run real quick, let's give ourselves both a round of applause. We definitely said that the 2 Chainz and Wayne album was going to be better than Meek and Ross jump. And let's be honest, it was better than the Drake album. And I think Drake got to prove this is why I don't like just rapping, because nobody, like, people liked it for a day. People who are super, oh yeah, thank God Drake is barring us up to death. And okay, cool. And we talking about actual music, that 2 Chainz and Wayne is going to have more replay value. You're going to listen to that Drake for that weekend. Okay, and I'm cool. I may listen to it again. It's not about to be like some running back to songs I'm going to listen to, like unless I just don't have nothing else to listen to. That Wayne and 2 Chainz was bars, hits, catchy songs. That was a great album. Shout out to 50 Cent for narrating the album. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but you got to speed up. One thing, just can I say one quick thing to a lot of, especially not younger podcasters, but new podcasters that y'all try to take the Joe Budden from it. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all not Joe Budden. Y'all cannot start your episodes off with that BS lollygagging talking at the beginning, bro. Get right to it. Get me here now why we got us. But real quick, yeah, like I said, so just that going into that with that Drake situation, yeah, it was cool. I liked it. He was barring niggas up. He was giving all the smoke. But to go back to what I was originally saying was that Shakur Stevenson, bro, that fight was super boring. And for him to be calling out Tank and Devin Haney, I was like, nah, dog, you can't be serious. You don't want no bump with Tank. But I'm talking about, it was at least, let's say if it was over 100 some people in the comments, maybe let's say 10 people was like, man, why you bashing them, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, I'm not, this is sports. How you gonna talk with your family on Thursday? Y'all gonna be in the house like, oh, well, it was a good, what y'all giving? Dog, that's the problem. Niggas be wanting to give people participation trophies. Dog, he talks a lot of trash. Dog, he talk like and this was my first time actually watching him fight, because he ain't fought nobody for real. And he don't have the hype like Tank do. And
who is the promoter?
He under the same thing. I want to say him and Crawford got under the same promo, John, because they got the little Prime chain. So I want to say he under that. But I think the person who promoted, Prime, yeah, that's just the name of
that
it.
Logan Paul and them
No. It's that's the name of Logan Paul's
energy drink.
but it's a promotion company called Prime.
Okay.
But I think I want to say he might be up on the Top Rank Boxing because I know they affiliated with the ESPN on Thursday thing. But anyway, what I'm saying is that fight was just so boring. Like this nigga was just dancing around the ring. Like I'm talking about that. If you look for the highlights, when I posted it on my page, that highlights of him just dancing around, ducking punches. He did that the whole entire fight. I'm like, dog, he ain't throwing no punches, nothing. And after the joint, he tried to say, oh, my hand was messed up. He didn't try to come up with excuses, but his corner was trying to say, oh, he messed his left hand up. I'm like, bro, I ain't trying to hear none of that. The way he be saying, no, listen to what I'm saying. The good quality I will give him, because I've watched a lot of his interviews, but that was just my first time actually just watching a fight of his. He know how to sell a fight. He talks a good game. But then when you finally get to watch him fight, I'm like, bro, this is why it was free. And this is why it was on a Thursday night. This makes sense because me personally thinking like, oh, damn, this is disrespectful because realistically think about most fights that we talk about, they be on Saturday night. They pay-per-view fights. They come on late night, Saturday night, not Thursday.
But the time is not wrong. Because you think about it, most normal fights, main card starts about 12, 11 o'clock.
No, the time ain't wrong. The date, though. It's a Thursday night. Bro, people still got to go to work.
But you say that's a series, though, right? Thursday night?
No. This was just a random Thursday fight. This was after the Bengals and Ravens game.
Oh, so it wasn't like a regular, like they got Thursday night fight.
Hell no. This was just a random, just a random ESPN Thursday night fight. Hell no, they don't got no fights regular on Thursday. But I seen some people were saying the reason why they did it because what is it? What's the racing jump? FS1 or F1 or whatever it is, they had something on the weekend. But I'm like, dog, if that fight was bigger, and even if they still did it in Vegas and they thought that fight was bigger, realistically, they could have just moved it to this weekend then.
What the fight?
Yeah, if that was the case, I know that's not the case. I just know he's not as popular.
To travel after the holiday.
Hell, you nigga, it's a big sporting weekend. You got to think about how big the sports weekend this weekend is.
Talking about you got the football games, right? That's Thanksgiving, but traveling holiday time, like that's more expensive. So you saying
but I think but you got to think about most people who go to fights. Realistically, especially they go to fights in Vegas. You got the bread. That ain't like some local fights. Niggas they spend some bread to go to them Vegas fights. But
I'm saying with him, you saying he's not that big. So
yeah, of course. So that's what I'm saying. No, that's my total point of that's why he was on that Thursday fight, because realistically he isn't that big of a draw. But to see grown men saying, hey, you're taking it too hard on a professional athlete. Are you serious? He's not a amateur boxer, he's a professional athlete. You sitting here saying don't be so rough on him. I'm like, bro, y'all are crazy. I'm like, dog, I don't know what planet this is or what the times got y'all in, but it's ridiculous. Like I said, again, I guess we can kind of get into because we talked about the Wayne and 2 Chainz. But that project was fire, dog. I'm not gonna hold you. I was not expecting it to be that good.
It was, but I do have some of them songs I feel like 2 Chainz could have did by itself, and I feel like Lil Wayne could have did by itself. Like it was a couple of joints.
I mean, that's the purpose of a collab. It's supposed to sound like we hit that. I don't think there's no album where somebody has done where it's a collabo album where there's not supposed to sound like one person is the dominant person. That's what it's supposed to sound like.
No, I'm saying, but what I'm saying is both of them didn't have to be on the song every time.
Yes, you do. It's a collabo album. Why would you not? Nobody don't do that.
I'm saying some of the songs, it was more of a 2 Chainz song with 2 Chainz just. It would have been all right if it was just 2 Chainz songs.
Yeah, I don't think you just haven't listened to enough collabo albums then, because that's exactly how Drake and Future albums sound.
What I'm saying is some of the songs on there, like the songs, it didn't sound like it. Lil Wayne didn't fit on that song.
Yeah, I think because of course, because everybody had their style. I think it's just going to be catered. Like you got to tell me what song you talking about. I don't know.
I forgot the little slow joint. I think when Shorty was singing on it, like that was more of a 2 Chainz song than it was Lil Wayne. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I think
I only listened to it once, so that's what I'm saying.
I listened to it at Rocket Times. I don't think realistically, if you're doing a collabo album, I don't think one artist is supposed to be the dominant. I think you kind of realistically, it's a team effort. You want to kind of put the light on both artists. I think one artist is supposed to shine on different songs. Like I said, if off the top of my head, I'm thinking collabo albums right now. If I'm thinking shit, even if you go to the Drake and 21 Savage, I think realistically, it's of course most of those songs where people were like, okay, these sound like Drake songs compared to when he did it with Future. A lot of those songs sound like Future songs. Like a lot of those songs sound like Drake just got into Future's pocket and we just kind of did whatever Future had on the joint and we just kind of, and Drake just punched in and rocked and roll or whatever and follow Future's lead. And I do feel like realistically, to me, to be honest, all of those songs sound like 2 Chainz songs because I think realistically, if we talking about hook wise, 2 Chainz know how to make better songs than Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is a better rapper, but we talking about who makes better songs. I feel like 2 Chainz makes better songs. So he realistically,
It might have been that one with Marsha Ambrose.
yeah. So that and Rick Ross is on it, right?
No, Rick Ross is on the Can't Believe You.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think just like I said, to me, I felt like that was like a 2 Chainz jump. I felt like 2 Chainz, this is one of those projects where 2 Chainz actually get to show people, one, his song making ability, and then 2, his rapping ability. And I do appreciate Lil Wayne just following the lead because I even, and the crazy thing is because I listened to what was that, the Lil Wayne when he did a jump last year, was that last year, maybe 2 years ago now, when he did one with Rich the Kid. It sounded like a Rich the Kid project. So if you don't like Rich the Kid, you 9 times out of 10, most, and that's probably why most people probably didn't even listen to that project, may not even know what I'm talking about. That Lil Wayne and Rich the Kid project sound like a Rich the Kid project with Lil Wayne just coming in and putting his verses on. But I think Lil Wayne's, his weakest, if like Lil Wayne was a basketball player, his weakest part of his game is his hook making ability. I don't think Lil Wayne makes great hooks. Like you even think about Lil Wayne's biggest songs, it kind of like the hooks always kind of like almost sample driven a little bit. Think about a those don't 6 foot, 7 foot, like all those like huge Lollipop, all those huge Lil Wayne songs, they're kind of almost sample driven or his voice is chopped up a lot. It's not really just Wayne really going crazy with the hook like that. I don't think that's Wayne's strong point. So I do think just him and 2 Chainz doing it together, I think it was a great project. And to me, my favorite song on there was Big Diamonds featuring 21 Savage. Manny Fresh produced that joint. Oh my God. That sound like a classic Hot Boy joint. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably would have even been, I ain't gonna say you should have probably put Juvie or probably because I haven't heard Juvie in a long time, and I'm still on the fence. Like I didn't heard 2 BG verses since he been home from jail. That probably would have messed the song up. So I'm not mad at them just sticking to the 21 doing the jump. But I wouldn't have been mad if they would have put Juvie or PG on it, like the last verse. So if you didn't like it, you can just easily just cut it off. But that to me was my favorite song. I like the G6 song. And for people who don't know what a G6 is, it's I want to say like a designer drug, like some type of pill or something. Crazy thick. Oh my God, that song crank like hell. I like of course the Transparency joint with Usher. I didn't know, I seen people on social media saying that it was a Chris Brown version of that. I seen people in the comments saying I like the Chris Brown version better. I didn't go look for it or see what they was talking about, but I seen a lot of people, especially on Instagram, in some of the comments, I seen a lot of people saying that. I like the song with Benny the Butcher. It was a couple jumps on it I really like, but the standout one, I like that crown snatching jump. Yeah, but the G6 and to me, of course, the Pressure joint. I mean, that's already out and everybody already eating that one up. But yeah, the G6 joint and the Big Diamonds, those two, like, and that the Crazy Thick, those 3 was the ones that like I kept playing over and over and was like, damn, I'm really glad that Wayne did this project with 2 Chainz. I mean, I guess realistically we can kind of get into the Drake as well. Of course, and you kind of almost realistically, you got to give Joe Budden some type of credit and some type of round of applause for kind of applying that pressure to make Drake feel like he got to get in the booth and really prove something. But again, I think Drake got to prove 2 things where that super lyrical miracle rapping is not as important as people try to make it seem like. Like though, and I think he did it just one to prove that he can do it, and for all the criticism that he was getting after for all the dogs. Let me kind of get this point across. Let me kind of remind y'all how I really give it up. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all for all the critics. I'm gonna shut y'all up. But in 2, I'm gonna show the critics how unimportant this is to the rest of the world. Because the way people was going crazy for first person shooter, like I love the new the new Drake and J. Cole jump, but I don't think it's gonna go crazy as that first person shooter. And the stuff that you was criticizing Drake for, when you criticizing him for doing the who to go and all that, and doing that, I'm so close to Mike, beat it. That and of course when we talked about that last week when J. Cole like said, dog, he made the song. He wasn't worrying about the verse, he was worrying about making it a song. And you can tell the difference between the two from this new song to the first person shooter. And shout out to them for that first person shooter. That probably was like one of the.
I think they should put the video out first
for what?
Before they put the song out.
What you talking about?
That video tough.
What you mean? I'm trying to figure what you saying. What you
I'm
talking
saying I would have released that one. That I would have like when the album came, that would have been like I guess my single.
Why? What made you? Why you say that?
I mean, just the video, the visual, like just saying like hearing the song, but then actually seeing the video made it 10 times. Like damn, like I really fuck with this joint. Because he didn't have a single for All the Dogs, right?
I mean, he tried to. He tried to lead with the scissor jump, with the Slime Me Out. I mean, I think he tried. Like he tried to. And don't get it twisted. That J. Cole jump barely became the single. Like you got to think about it. At that time, it was going that weekend. It was going neck and neck with the Yeet song. So it's just like that's my point. I think realistically, the times that we live in, if you're going off of numbers and it's just not pure of what you like. Again, that's why I think what he proved. With the hey, I'm gonna give all the purists and all the commentators who love the rap and lyrical stuff. I give you these 6 songs of me doing nothing but barring people to death, and I'm going to show you how much replay value this does not have. I can do it, but I'm going to show you why I don't do it. Because I have to realistically, y'all opinion don't pay my bills. The people who want to come and see me is what pay the bills. And the people in this kind of it kind of speak for itself.
But see, that's my only thing with him. I would have just kept it as so. If that's the case, then why you just ain't keep it as a scary hour album instead of putting it all in on the album?
I think they did. However, it came out because it came out. No. How it come out on your phone, but they still even when they released the Billboard numbers today, they did it separately. Like it's still a separate genre. Like even when you look at it on your phone, it's still a separate cover. But I think that's him.
It's not a separate album though.
Yeah, it's not a separate album.
That's
but
what I was saying. I mean, no, if it would have been a separate album, I think that probably would have been you saying it's not. I think it would have been more replay volume on it if it was a separate album.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. I mean, I guess, and the one thing I do love about recording with you is I do feel like realistic because we kind of view a lot of stuff. You are for more of the older version, and my brain is the younger model. Because for somebody like me, I'm going to add whatever songs I like, regardless to a playlist. So it don't matter how it come out, and I think he know that.
Yeah, I brother.
So, because you listen to playlists that's already made, so I make my own.
But I'm saying, but even listen to the album, like even when it came out, I went to that. I wanted to hear that.
So all you had to do is go down to the bottom. It's the last 6 songs.
You're right. I had to go down to the bottom. I'm just saying I want to just listen to that album just on repeat. I didn't want to listen to the rest of
you didn't have, nigga. How lazy are you? You didn't have to. You could just start it over again. Just hit the one that started red button and go to the 6.
Nigga, my phone is in my pocket. What I'm saying is, if it's the album, if it was just the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
The album would have just kept playing. Am I listening to it? That's what I'm saying. For me to sit here and go change it, press this song, go back down to the bottom of the list. That's what I'm saying. Like if it would have just been a separate album, Scary Hour, I would have been fine with that. Like he added as a deluxe. But I'm just saying, if you would have just made it the Scary Album, like he did the other ones, where it was the Scary Album, I would have been more happy with just being that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You just being lazy. You just got to do it on your own.
That's not being late. How?
It's 6 songs literally right next to it. It ain't like he sprayed, because some people do the weird stuff, and when they do a deluxe, they spread it out and make you go look for the songs.
But what I'm saying, the convenience. Before you put it on, you could have just put it as a Scary Album. Just left it like you did your other ones, where it was a Scary Album. It was just the album. You didn't add it on to another album.
I mean, I hear you. I'm sure. I mean, really,
I'm just saying that would have made it. You probably would have got more play volume then.
I mean, yeah, no. If you like them, the songs, you're gonna play them over, dog. I hear what you're saying, but if you like the songs, you're going to play them over. You sitting here saying, dog, you know how fast you can put 6 songs into a playlist? It's like you play them, just press playlist, make a playlist. Dog, it takes nothing but 1 second when you listen to the song.
I hear what you're saying. You're taking up for it, but what I'm saying is that Scary Album would have got played more than the album.
It wouldn't have, because it just didn't have no replay value, dog. Okay. You listening to the bars and it's like, okay, after I listened to them a couple of times, like how many times are you gonna be like, oh, I need to keep running this back to listen to bars?
Like I said, it would have got played more.
Yeah, no, he proved it so right. And shout out to Drake for sitting here. Let me take time to sit here and prove the critics right and wrong at the same time. 1, I can still rap, and then 2, y'all don't know nothing about the actual consumer. And I don't think and I think realistically, when we talk about people who critique the culture, I don't think they understand the consumer, because maybe some people are blessed that they would never were the consumer. Like if you never was the consumer, like even when we talk about podcasting, why so many podcasts be quick, oh yes, it's the holidays, I get to take a break. That means you never was a consumer of podcasts. For most people, or even like when you talk about realistically, podcasts ain't nothing but just a different version of talk radio. most people who listen to talk radio work jobs that they gonna have to work over the holidays. How do you take a break when your biggest consumer still got to work? Just think about it. Just think about something. I just don't think most people don't know their audience or don't understand the consumer. And one thing I think Drake understands the consumer very well. Don't get me wrong. I appreciated them bars. He was bombing people up. That red button joint, I was just like, oh my God, that thing going crazy. And that's what was blowing me even more about the whole Shakur Stevenson thing. I'm like, dog, this nigga Drake is just going crazy with the bars. And you got the audacity to be in here disco dancing in his ring, dog. I needed something hype. I'm just like, and the Ravens won. I didn't just want endless bread. I was like, oh my God, dog. Come on, what are we doing? Again, shout out to the Ravens. We can get into that in like 2 seconds. That Rain. Like, share, subscribe, tell another friend to tell another friend what we got going on each and every Tuesday. I don't know why this don't still playing. Like, come on, don't call me. Oh, come on, dog. What the hell is going on? What? Yeah, each and every Tuesday. We right here. Like, share, subscribe, tell another friend. Keep building the YouTube numbers. I appreciate y'all for even the YouTube numbers continuously going up. I'm sure it's because of the YouTube shorts, but I definitely want to say thank you again for continuously just allowing it to do what it's supposed to do. But each and every Tuesday, we right here, baby. How did y'all keep doing that? Like, share, subscribe, buddy. A little bit of the rain while we get it in. Yeah, meat. Huh? You said what happened? It's just I don't know why I keep replaying the jump, but it's just yeah, it's uploading. It uploaded. Yeah, and real quick, because I did, I told y'all last week that I had, and you know, for a minute I thought FanDuel was about to finesse me and not pay me out until I think that Joe said like January 6th or something. I was getting heated. For people who don't know what I'm talking about, if you didn't miss last week's episode, I told everybody that I betted with the Ravens to beat the Bengals, both games, their home game and the away game, in which the Ravens did. And then real quick, just to give myself a pat on the back, and for some people who, if you've been listening long enough, even going through preseason, I told y'all Justin Herbert wasn't that guy, and guess what? They're gonna miss the playoffs. And I think me and Marcus probably argued about that before. They didn't make the playoffs. I told y'all that the Bengals wasn't gonna make the playoffs. Guess what? They didn't. And guess what? I didn't wait until Joe Burrow got injured. I told y'all this before the season started about both of them. And again, like I said, Marcus doesn't tassel or get into a lot of the comment section. So him and my younger brother do get upset with me a lot because I do be, and I try not to be allowing the race to get the best of me, but I be in the comment section, especially on ESPN, going back and forth with the white dudes, and you always get to see it. Like, it was a clip the day what's the old coach for the Jets? I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. What's his name? Rex Ryan. So he was making, they was going on the Chargers coach and basically trying to say he got fired. It was like, you got a Hall of Fame quarterback and you sit here. So then it was just so funny because it's a lot of the black people in the comment section was like, what Hall of Fame quarterback is he coaching? Of course, and so all the black people were saying that. So then the white people get in the comment section and they just get the, what you mean? And they get to throw in the flag and keep calling you all types. I'd be like, bro, I love the comments because it always back up whatever stereotype that I actually be believing be going on in the real world, and which is cool. And I guess real quick before we get back into anything else, we can slide this in right here while we kind of talking about race and we talking about, and one thing I can say, and I'm going to stand firmly on this through this entire episode, black women do not stand for other black women. I was so shocked and I was so, disheartened how many black women couldn't wait to kick Meg Thee Stallion back in, but I'm not going to rush to get to that topic. First one I'm going to get to is Angel Reese. And let's be clear, y'all know for a fact, I'm probably if you listen to enough podcasts, I'm probably the only podcast that even talk about women's basketball at any extent, WNBA or college. But Angel Reese, and I said this, and I think we talked about this, she was doing entirely too much celebration and living her best life a little bit too much for anybody who really likes sports all summer long. Like and I kind of guess that's going to be the, oh man, that's going to be the rough part with the NIL situation, because it realistically, it gives such young people such almost a rock star lifestyle at too young of an age. Like, because, and you don't never want to put a cap on, you don't want to sound like the old person, like, oh, these young kids ain't supposed to get no money or this, that, and the third. But I think Angel Reese realistically is like the worst case scenario with this one, because it's just like she getting the fame and her mother getting the fame at the same time. So both of them kind of getting big headed at the same time. And then it's kind of, and this is not no shade. I mean, I'm speaking like I'm from the hood, but you can tell like when hood people start to get, and what's so crazy? I relate this to like go-go. So for people in the DMV, if you ever dated somebody in a band or somebody who played in a band, and this is one of the biggest problems like that I always had, especially managing a band. Because when the band gets hot, 9 times out of 10, and this no shade, but it's just the truth, most band dudes weren't as popular as they get when they get into the band. So you start to get a different level of cheeks. Women start to come at you a different type of way. So you don't know how to respond to it. So you start to act and start to smell yourself completely different from what you should be. And you can kind of tell just by the way Angel Reese's whole demeanor throughout the summer on social media. And we talked about how you seen videos of Caitlin Clark working out and she was putting in the work, but Angel Reese was kind of always just booed up, kissing, taking sexy pictures, out just enjoying life, which, I mean, realistically, when you are the champ, you are supposed to, but realistic. And I guess this is where the NIL part get a little tricky, because you haven't made it to the promised land. But the sad thing is the WNBA kind of ain't the promised land for Angel Reese, because she's making so much money playing in college. But the way it's so crazy, where you like, dog, her name's still trending right now. You get on Twitter right now and you listening to this on Tuesday, I guarantee you just put in Angel Reese and just look at how crazy men talk about her. And then it kind of be like, you'll see a few women come to her defense. And of course, it may be a little bit harder because I don't necessarily know how many women actually watch college basketball. And you know what's so crazy? I'll play this clip of it's the young, no, not young lady, older women that play for the Las Vegas Aces. They doing, like, of course I told y'all they got a YouTube channel and they going around basically just, I'm gonna play the clip and y'all can get it, and then I can kind of finish off this Angel Reese story, because it kind of go hand in hand.
Who we are?
No.
All right, problem. That's a problem. Can you tell me who the WNBA team is here in Las Vegas?
No idea.
I didn't even finish the question, girl. Dang, Rosemary. Who's the WNBA team here in Las Vegas?
Yes, there we go. That was quick. Can you name a player on the team? Just one. Come on, you got it.
Right there.
Take your time. There's no pressure. Cameras aren't on.
I know. It starts with one of the letters between A and Z.
You're so funny. Help me out. Oh my God.
I'll give you a hint. She said one of the letters.
Okay.
It's A.
And then there's like another letter in between, and then it ends in an A.
A.
You know
A, blank A.
Yeah. You're close.
A.
Asia. I'm her.
Yeah.
That's me.
So of course the woman who's talking is definitely not Asia Wilson, but this is that's Sid, who also, excuse me. who also plays for the Las Vegas Aces. Of course, I think we talked about them a couple of weeks ago. They do, her and her one of her teammates, they got a YouTube channel. So they are in Las Vegas, you know, on the strip, going into a bar, asking somebody, hey, do you know what's the WNBA team that play here? Of course, the first lady on the rip said, no, I don't. She stopped her before she even got halfway through the conversation. So I guess that is, and that reason why I brought that in is because that's kind of how big Angel Reese already is, where a lot of people, where of course the shade rooms and like everybody and their mother picked them up for, well, of course, when they lost their first game, and then of course when her getting suspended. And then I guess it fueled where dang, do I get the clip of when they was talking about the basically it was a clip and they was going around saying, did Angel Reese mother and Flo J, for people who don't know who Flo J is, of course you can go on, I guess the easiest way I can tell you, go on the Breakfast Club and put in Angel Reese. Her and Flo J did the interview together. That is the dark-skinned young lady. She is from Atlanta, and her dad was a rapper, whatever case may be. So her mom, those two moms were having a back and forth on social media. And of course, Angel Reese's mom kind of downplayed, like, nah, that wasn't what the case may be. We wasn't even talking about each other. But the rumors are that Angel Reese has a under 2.0 GPA. And so real quick is, and our younger brother kind of made a joke and was like, well, hey, if you ever want to know if Angel Reese really not that girl, since when did people actually care about basketball players or any sports athletes' GPA? You have never, let's be honest, and back in the day, that may used to be a thing. Because if you go back to like Blue Chips or something, that movie with Shaq and Penny was in it, that was Shaq thing to even get to school. He had to get his grades up. But realistically, in 2023, when was the last time you ever heard some school talk about grades, dog?
I was just about to say, I mean, I know, even me personally, I know I failed and got, but that was in high school.
But let's be real. So Marcus was a good player. Marcus wasn't a great player. So for Angel Reese, she's supposed to be this great transcendent college basketball player. Grades should never be a part of the conversation. So which I don't think it is. Yeah, but realistically, yeah, of course not. Not for her, dog. That is and realistically, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, and which I think we even talked about it last week when I said here, and I seen clips of like some of the games where you can't compare the two. When Caitlin Clark play, dog, that arena is sold out and ain't no seats left in the building. For when you look at some of them LSU games where I'm like, it's kind of empty in there. And we talked about that because, of course, I think that's why sometimes you do have to be honest when we have these conversations. You do have to throw race into it because realistically, sometimes that is a thing. And it's sad, but let's be honest. When I played that clip I just played, I sent it to a homegirl of mine. She was like, dang, I feel kind of bad because I couldn't answer this question either. And that's, again, when I kind of always try to tie it into me. I think me and Marcus, of course, we talked about it last week, and we probably even talked about it for the past couple of weeks. That is the thing where it's just like, don't. And I think for men, we kind of have to do our part, because I do agree with Marcus with that one. It comes with us. We have to support it and make it cool, too, and then apply the pressure on women. You can't look for them to want to just support something, which they should, because guess what we don't watch? We don't watch Love and Hip Hop. We don't watch none of that stuff that Blue or whatever Blueface and Krishan on. They still watch all that on there. I'm 90% sure if Zeus Network showed you the subscription base to who are the people, I'm sure the Zeus Network, they know their audience, and that is the difference, because they continuously feed their audience what their audience like. For the people that we be like, oh, how are these people famous? Every time I turn around on Neighborhood Talk, I swear to God, Sukiana on there about to fight some girl named Rolly. I don't even know who Rolly is, but there's some fat girl who on one of them Baddie East or whatever show that is, and her and Sukiana stay get ready to get into it, and then there's another big girl on there who took somebody's chain. Like, that's I see, but guess what? I see it every day on the Neighborhood Talk. I see a clip from one of those Zoo shows, because guess what? They understand their audience. It don't matter how much we complain about it. And I think realistically, I don't want to jump to the Diddy stuff too fast. Let me take my time, finish this Angel Reese, and then we can continue to go on where we supposed to. But even with the Angel Reese situation is, again, like I said, I just believe she just got extremely too big-headed. Like, she just, and it's sad, like, you don't want, and I know everybody hate, oh, you can't tell somebody to be humble and this, that, and the third, but sometimes somebody in your corner got to be like, bro, excuse me.
I know the boyfriend plays sports too.
Yeah, but he ain't on her level. But you're absolutely right. If anybody going to chime in, it should be you. Realistically, he should be the one.
I didn't even go to school for basketball, but my work got done. So that's why I'm just kind of understanding. Like, I don't get it how you could just say it's grades.
But I don't think it's the grades. I think realistically, I think the grades is the story.
Like she missed something that she's supposed to be.
For sure. She was,
like
yeah,
I
of
said
course.
before with the NI deals, because you signed a contract for these brands, you still got to show up for these events or whatever they have. Sure. Regardless of whether you in school or you got practice.
Of course.
You still got to show up. So that's what maybe then that should be addressed then.
Yeah, I think really, like I said, I think the grade thing is that's the to me the saying that you throwing the grades out there, allowing that to be the story. I think that's the safe way where you kind of don't want to get messy and address the issue of realistically. And this is just me hypothetically just looking at the way how she's been behaving
So
on
like
social
she
media.
probably getting more privileges. Everybody else probably
Of course,
disliking
she
what
even but even
get more
before the
privileges.
school year even started, she was just like, "Oh, I can't go into the building no more. I got to take online classes." And then, and realistically, the only person I kind of even heard get at a little bit of pushback was Charlamagne. He was kind of like, "Damn, that's kind of crazy," because Joe Burrow was still going to class. Jamal Chase and all them was still on campus. Like, I don't think she bigger than none of them. Think about it. They were just there 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, nigga, Odell Beckham went there. What the hell are you talking about? So, I mean, I get it. So, like I said, I do think she may be, and of course, we won't know the real answer until, I guess, the real story come out. But it would just be like, dang, I swear to God, I seen a lot of women was saying like, damn, what y'all doing to Angel Reese is what y'all did to Shakuri. Like y'all brought her, and it wasn't like y'all brought her up on intentionally. She got herself there, and y'all couldn't wait to bring her back down. And I swear, if you go search her name on Twitter, y'all will see what I'm talking about, bro. They was, oh my God, they were dragging that girl to hell. Like that would have been one of them days where it's like, and maybe she actually needed to read some of them tweets because it's like of course, like I said, I hate to use the word humble, but sometimes you need it, dog. I think we all sometimes need it. Sometimes when you really get to smelling yourself and thinking you are bigger than the program. And like I said, and I don't know. I listened to her interviews, and I had a lot of times where she was just like, "Hey, her goal was to be an influencer, be a model. Like she wanted to play in the WNBA, but she still want to do all the other stuff too. So, if your heart ain't in that space, and then you got other players kind of on that team showing up, because I want to say I think one of their players had like 40 something the other night. And I think she was a freshman almost. I want to say I think she had like 45. If I'm right, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say I'm almost 100% positive one of their freshmen had for like 45 the other night. But again, we don't got tied up too long. Real quick. Kelly Oubre, you got us, dog. And you know what's so crazy? Oh my God, he got us, dog. Let me play the clip of this.
Don't say he got us.
He got us, nigga. We came in here and said thoughts and prayers for this nigga. We had the sad voices for this nigga.
I'm not mad.
Let me find this clip that you sent me so I can play this nigga. Because Jesus Christ, Kelly Oubre got us. And then we can get into something else after this because I feel like we got a lot. So we ain't got to drag the sports commentary out too long today. But damn, Kelly Oubre, you're a bad boy, dog. It was that Kelly Oubre clip you sent me. Kelly Oubre. I know you sent it to me. What the hell I do with it? Let me find this.
Oh, I sent it in the chat.
No, but I had it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
Damn, the Eagles is about to blow me. Oh my God, they getting smoked. What you resent it or something?
Nah, I just went through the.
Oh, you seen it?
No, I went to the one that between me and you, but it's not in there.
I found it. Oh, I got it.
player might have lied about getting hit by a car so his contract wouldn't get voided. News came out a few days ago that Philadelphia
OD for
76ers
this.
Kelly Oubre was struck by a car while he was walking through the streets of Philly. But now today, TMZ leaked footage of his Ring doorbell with him coming home with his BMX bike. How TMZ got this footage is beyond me, but what is the issue here? Well, Kelly Oubre Jr. is a well-known BMX biker, and the thing is that in his contract with the Sixers, it is strictly forbidden for him to ride BMX bikes during the season. So the rumor is that Kelly actually got injured while riding his bike and made up this entire story so he could protect himself. And to add on to this, 2 local businesses reviewed the footage of where he said the accident occurred, and for 2 hours they saw nothing. We still don't know the whole story, but this entire thing could end up being a fat lie. This NBA player
Bulture podcast.
Kelly, you know the crazy thing is though,
I'm not mad at him.
yeah, I'm not mad at him, but though,
Look
at one
at
point in
Jay
time, they were sitting here saying his ribs was cracked. You know, he was in I was supposed to say band practice. He was at basketball practice today running sprints.
Yeah, that was the report.
So it's just like I don't necessarily. I mean, now nobody know what the real story is, and 9 times out of 10, I mean, one, because nobody got locked up, ain't nothing crazy happened, so I don't necessarily know how far if the NBA is going to be like, oh, let's go look into this or whatever the case may be. I feel like realistically they kind of like just brush it up under the rug, and it is what it is. If you didn't kind of get a whiff of that story, it is you just ain't gonna know about it.
They ain't gonna make an example of him.
Why though? He didn't. You got to think he only missed like 2 games. It ain't. What's the example to make?
TMZ cover it. You're gonna make an example of them.
I don't know.
That's bad. That's not, like I said, if they got wind of it and they bought the video.
Because now you have to prove it. I mean, I think one realistically for TMZ, sometimes it's just about breaking the story. Sometimes I don't necessarily know if the story have to be important.
Here tell me I got a Ring camera of you going in with your BMX bike. It's dated.
Yeah, okay.
What do I gotta prove?
That still don't. What you mean? You still don't? That don't prove that I didn't get hit. It just
you're not supposed to be on the bike anyway.
No, I'm not supposed. No, I'm not supposed to be doing the BMX stuff. I can ride a bike, dog. A regular bike,
nigga. The time for okay. So that my point. If you said you got hit by a vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
A pedestrian, you wasn't riding a bike. The timestamp is on that video. So what do I need to prove?
I mean, we're gonna see. I don't necessarily know. One thing I think if the NBA have not learned about jumping out the window, taking.
You gonna ask about it. It's gonna be repercussions. I'm sorry, because it's in your contract.
No, yeah, it's in your contract. If you, because you got them, it was in Karl Malone contract too. Yeah, if you get injured and you miss games, you can lose money. But if he don't, okay, he missed 2 games.
So if you just sit here and try to like, oh, all right, I'm healthy now, but you was about to be out. If I would have believed your story, you was gonna be out because you are hurt.
I mean, we're gonna see. I just think that hopefully, I think the NBA learned their lesson with the Ja Morant thing. Like, I think that one realistically, nobody gonna talk about it, but that backfired in the NBA face horribly. Like, you gotta think about it. But for that to be one of your teams that you have been promoting for for the last couple of years, and for that to be a playoff team, an exciting young team that you was getting behind, and they not gonna make the playoffs, dog. Yeah, all right. Listen to what I'm telling y'all.
What you mean they're not gonna make the playoffs? He about to come back, right? He only got 25 games. He ain't get the whole season.
Yeah, but they only done won like 1 game all season. He gonna come back and they gonna be like 1-15. It's gonna be a hell of a hole to come out of. This the West we talking about. This ain't the East. No, I don't know about that one, buddy.
Okay, but nobody else is really winning like that. What's name is 500, right? Everybody's 500. The Lakers,
the Lakers above 500. All of them,
a game above 500.
They like 2 games above 500. The Golden State might be the only one with a close. Hold on real quick. If we could just pull it up, so we can just look at the records for 2 seconds. NBA standings.
That's right.
You on Western Conference?
The Lakers. Okay, the Lakers are 8-6. Yeah.
Yeah, 6-5 is the rock. Nigga,
so Golden State is 6-8. What's name is 6-7.
The Grizzlies is 3-10.
Phoenix is 7-6.
The Grizzlies is 3-10, dog. That's a lot of games, dog.
Okay.
So you think the Grizzlies still gonna be a playoff team?
Dog, they got the play-in game now, so you still can be a play-in team.
All right, well, the same way I went out on the limb with Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say the Memphis Grizzlies ain't making the playoffs this year. Like,
okay, but besides the teams, it's not. So only teams ahead of them right now is Utah and the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
For right now,
I'm Marcus. I think we both been watching enough basketball to know that the Clippers gonna eventually turn it around.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So they still can make it. I don't see them not making it. It's not like
damn, that's kind of crazy though. The fact that they only won the Clippers is literally only won one game more than the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
It's kind of nuts.
I hear you, but what are you regretting?
That's a tough one. Let's. I feel like we owe the ladies some conversation real quick because it kind of been sports and hip hop driven. I do, but shout out to the women because I do see a lot of y'all be putting up them parlays in your story. I ain't gonna hold you. I be kind of be like, y'all be going crazy with the parlays.
You have a 2-inch waist, a 40-inch ass, and think you about to be hanging out with my nigga?
It's not happening.
Oh my God, all of y'all feel that way? Right, if I did not know you, you are not hanging out with my
You ain't hanging out with my nigga, I tell you that.
Y'all don't feel like that's possessive?
It is. Now what? Exactly.
So why y'all?
Girl, fuck you and your fat ass.
My nigga can't have no fat ass friends.
Your booty too big. If your booty is over 37 inches.
It's just weird that he was talking to hoes before me. Let me just say that. Like,
you had a life before me.
He should have waited for me. Yeah, that shit is weird. Every day I think about that shit and I just be kind of looking at him like, you a slut for real. But I love you.
Me and the dude are friends now. Like, we're close friends. We cool. And he finally told me, he was like, yeah, while me and you were dating, I fucked your homegirl. That a girl that I was really, really close with. I just found this out. It just be on some weird
They
shit.
be on weird shit.
How dare you have a 2-inch waist? Oh.
So real quick, for people who don't know who that is, that's Poor Minds, that's Lex and Drea. So they was basically having a conversation about, can your man have female friends with a big butt and a small waist? And I seen, they of course they posted the clip on Twitter. So I was going through the mentions, and one girl was like, I got a 52-inch wide butt. No dude wants to be my friend. And I'm gonna keep it a buck as a dude. Yeah, there's no way though. I'm not gonna tell you. Just think about I guess for people who don't know those measurements or know what we're talking about, just whatever, close your eyes and imagine whatever Instagram model girl you want. Could that be your significant, for the women, can that be your man's homegirl? Could he be like, oh yeah, me and Ari just homegirls? Or me and Jada Waiter just homegirls?
But if Shane had that from the beginning, when we became homeboys.
That don't matter. You think of a girl just because if your homegirl used to be skinny is all outdoors and then she went and got a BBL and went and got
so
thick.
You saying you can't be because you changed your body, you grew up. I can't be your friend no more. We've been friends from day one.
No. I think you. So hold time. So you saying? So let's just sit here and say if your homegirl was super, just like a regular size woman, she was cool. And then she went or even if, let's say she was a thicker girl, and then she just went and got lipo, got the BBL, switched it all out. Now she got a super small waist, a OD fat butt. At one point in time, yeah, you wasn't thinking about hitting her because she was just a wider SpongeBob built type of junk. Now she like an Instagram junk. Y'all was already super cool. Y'all already got the chemistry, y'all homies. Now you telling me now she look like an IG model. You don't want to hit?
Is this my best friend? This is
your friend. Whatever. No, you don't got to. We got to put the extra. We don't have to put the extra sauce on. You don't have to put the best friend. Just we saying friends.
If you're saying a friend, yes.
Yes,
what? Friend. Yes, I have a lot of that. That's why I'm saying. What is you telling me we've been best friends or we've been friends for a minute? No, I'm not about to say because you're my girl, right? That's my best friend.
Hey, so you saying yeah? So if that's my friend and then now she got an enhanced body, you cool? You still don't want to do nothing with her?
No, if we're friends, if we was friends, then I probably fuck.
So you're proving their point. So you already proving their point.
That's what I'm saying. But what you're trying to tell me because she has a body, you can't be around her. But if she was there before you,
yeah. So
and the body,
you even doubling
her friend.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because you already doubled down. Listen to what you just said. I was waiting to try to see if you was about to lie. So you already proved the point. You already sit here and made it, established it. Hey, I already cracked this girl when she looked like nothing. Now she looked like something.
But she's my friend, though.
So okay, so what?
She was there before you. What you're telling me, I need to stop being friends with her because of her body. No, I'm not.
All right, cool. But you're proving their point is because. And listen, hey, I'm telling you, I'm dog. Yeah, I get it. I understand why. I wouldn't want that to be. I get it. I ain't mad at them. I understand it. There's no way in hell though, because I wouldn't want to be friends with Lex. So I couldn't. No way. If y'all don't know who Lex and Drea is, go Google them. Because ain't even one of them could be just my friend. Like you about to friend zone me? Yeah, right. You're crazy as hell. That ain't never gonna happen. I had a little TJ clip. This nigga's an idiot. I believe I did. Yeah, let me play this little TJ clip.
Back to watching my rap friends be on Drake dick. Ain't gonna share none of the niggas they really cool with album. Niggas hit a nigga up all day. They ain't gonna share that shit. They gonna share Drake shit. You ain't gonna get a repost. But you gonna share Drake shit. You know the vibes. Industry game. Yo, quick.
So for people who don't know who that is, that's Lil TJ, and I don't necessarily know how many people outside of New York City actually even know who Lil TJ is. But Lil TJ, and I think that is that's the gift and the curse for New York rappers. I think New York rappers live in such a delusional bubble where they think they're bigger than what they are. Of course, I'm going to repost Drake album, and I'm not going to repost yours, nigga. Who are you? You are literally a local rapper just in a city that has a huge media presence. The largest music, we talking about in hip hop, of course, New York City, that New York tri-state area has the largest voices in hip hop. So I think sometimes New York artists think they are bigger than what they actually are. Lil TJ, and I mean this respectfully, you are the common copy of A Boogie. A Boogie ain't but so big outside of the tri-state area. A Boogie don't go around doing world tours and touring like Rod Wave and. What are we talking about? He like, and trust and believe, A Boogie crank that. I feel like A Boogie, that first album, what is that? I can't remember, whatever that Joan is. I can't trust whatever that A Boogie Joan is, that first one that really got him popping. That is, to me, if you ever listen to A Boogie, that is a classic album or project from A Boogie. And I think it's probably one of the most slept on projects that come from out of New York because that was his like breakthrough situation. But bro, nobody like Lil TJ, you a local rapper for real. You just from a big city. Like that's it. And that's not even no shade, but you need to be realistic with yourself. If you think if I got the option to sit here and show Drake some love and may in some sort of return feel like he may give me a repost or he may whatever, of course I'm gonna post Drake before I post Lil TJ. Like, let's be serious, though. What are we talking about? Like, if your music is mid and you local. I don't know what to tell you.
And then y'all get on the niggas about posting a nigga who just died. You won't post your mans.
Oh man, what? I don't know what you're talking about, but what?
Well, yes, when you said like you hate when niggas post famous people you don't know, but won't post your man.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, Lil TJ music ain't. Let's be clear, his music ain't all that neat. It's mid. It's okay. He is the watered down version of A Boogie. So if you're not a huge A Boogie fan, how we can't skip A Boogie and get to Lil TJ. Like that one ain't gonna work. So I mean, I necessarily don't know what to tell you. But in other news, well, in Florida news, let's get into this story right now.
And a rapper allegedly shoots and kills her manager in front of the Wynwood Walls back on October. Footage shows rapper known as Kivani, whose real name is Kivani Hicks, get out of the white Lexus parked on Northwest 2nd Avenue. The driver gets out of the car and he and the woman are seen arguing. The dispute gets physical and they start hitting each other. A second man gets out of the Lexus and also starts to attack Hicks. Then both men are seen on top of Hicks in the struggle. Video shows one man slamming Hicks to the ground. Moments later, all three get up and Hicks is seen walking in the opposite direction. Hicks then reaches into her purse, walks back towards the two men, and starts shooting as the men run. Her manager is hit and collapses on the street. The other man gets into the Lexus and drives off, slamming the car into Hicks. The Lexus reverses before driving off. Hicks gets up and runs away. The victim died at surveillance video obtained by...
So for people who don't know, this was a young up-and-coming female rapper from Florida. And it was in the video, it looks like, well, it does, it look like, obviously it was one, she was getting in a verbal argument, I guess, with her manager with the way they're describing it. And then it turned physical from just them arguing to the manager and another dude get out the car and they basically started jumping her. So they was kind of like stomping her out and whatever the case may be. She slid up out of that situation and she got to let that iron fly. It hit the manager and then the crazy thing, like he was trying to crawl away, like up under the car. She went and walked him down and got on top of him and clapped him. Like that was almost, it almost literally looked like a scene out of one of them 50 Cent shows. And real quick, don't forget, y'all, we like 2 weeks away from now from, we got to talk about Rap-ish after we finish with this. You ain't get to see it? Oh my God, you bugging up. That last episode, though, I swear to God, let's finish this real quick. But I'm not mad at her. So, and of course, you in Florida and this happened in Florida, 9 times out of 10, she gonna beat it for she gonna beat the case for what you call that, stand your ground. Florida do got the stand your ground law, self-defense and stand your ground. But Florida has the stand your ground law. Like that is a thing in Florida. Like if you sit here, this clear as day on video, she was defending herself. She was getting jumped by 2 men, and she just backed the glizzy out, pow, pow, pow. You know, but it was just crazy to watch him.
With her car too?
Oh, the dude hit her with the car after she already killed the other dude. So I'm mad at him for beating on her, but I'm not mad at him for hitting her with the car. You literally just watched her gun your man down. Like she literally like hit him. He was trying to crawl away. She got on top of this nigga. Like nigga, that was
what? That don't make sense. You're not mad at him for trying to hit her with the car after you just try to beat her ass?
Yeah, because now you didn't. No, I listened to what both of them they both trying to defend this. At this point, they're both fighting for their life now. She got a gun, he got a car. He lucky
But
that
you
she
just tried to jump her.
I listen to. That's why I said you can't.
You should have stopped it or broke it up. Say, all right, chill.
No,
Enough. You just try to jump her, but you're saying that she defended herself, shot at you, and now you want to run her over a car? What?
But okay, Marcus, I hear what you listen to. What I'm saying, I'm not. You're missing what I'm saying. The part of them jumping her. Of course, they were dead wrong. But now you talking about after that, after she didn't get the clapping the dude. Now it's game up. Like he's know for a fact. Guess what? Two things he better know. Okay, if I don't hit her with this car, she may come back and smoke me now because I literally just watched her kill somebody with my own two eyes. Like she ain't playing. She ain't use that gun just to be waving it like, hey, back off me. Somebody protect me. No, she blicked that thing out like she got them together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But just real quick, because you just said you didn't see Rap-ish. For people who don't know, what's this episode 3 of Rap-ish? Of course, again, this is season 2, and it's not going to be a super long recap because, of course, the episode's only 27 minutes, but you only can be but so long. So, of course, Mia did go to the flyout, which we talked about last week, and she went to go see the dude, Cash. And, of course, and her friends just was gassing her up so crazy. Matter of fact, her friends is hilarious, dog. Like, of course, if you're a dude, you never want your girl to have these type of friends, because bro, they are ridiculous. Hold on, I got it. The way they were trying to gas her up. That ain't it. One thing I can sit here and say I hate about Issa Rae Jones sometimes, where they do a horrible job at where did I find the joint? Oh, I must have seen it. It was on I can't. Never mind. It was on Issa Rae. I was trying to say, Dad, where did I see that clip at? It was, and I'm like, damn, where the hell was it at? It was on Issa Rae's Twitter page. So I know I probably realistically ain't gonna be able to find it fast enough. But anyway, so she went to link up with the dude Cash. She went to his house. Of course, her friends was gassing her. I'm like, oh girl, you better da 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 da. So she put it on, or whatever the case may be. Long story short, they had their whole little weekend. But I guess I can't skip over the part. They went to a party, and at this little party, the case may be, Deja Loaf was there, and of course he was, boom. He introduced Deja Loaf to her as his girl, like, hey, this is my girl, boom, whatever the case may be. And then, nice to meet you, whatever case she geeked out, hey, Deja, whatever case may be. So then there was another dude who was the other dude? I think he was supposed to be like some rapper or something. And he walked past her and he was almost about to call her another name. So, they go to, so she hit him off you got a type or something? And then he was like, yeah, you and my ex do kind of look alike. And so she was like, okay, so what happened to y'all? Why y'all break up?
This is the one she flew out to.
Yeah, this is the dude she flew out to. So he was like, yeah, because she was trying to work me basically for some bread. Like she was just only dealing with me for the money. So of course, realistically, it's the only reason why she here.
For real? See, I don't remember. I remember them.
The dude got money. Like when you was watching the episode, he got I'm talking about an OD big house with a pool and all that.
He is a rapper though, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay, so I thought it was just a good look for her, just dealing with him as a rapper.
No. She trying to finesse him for the bread. Like this was a whole.
I didn't know she was trying to get him for them.
Oh yeah, she was trying to get him for the bread. Even her homegirls. Matter of fact, that's why I got you. Let me play this clip for you.
I was about to say,
you did not come this far to get broke. Cash gonna recognize that cheap ass Singapore polyester before you even walk through the door. I got this. Okay, do you though? Because you said you ain't getting paid, and that's for sounding real bootleg. There, I said it. Watch me work, okay? I'm gonna lock this nigga down by this weekend.
Fuck all that. What that pussy talking about though? It's your pussy premiere. That cat needs to be pouncing, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, matter of fact, let me show you how to make another 30 stacks.
Lay down.
Oh, when the last time you had a manicure, bitch?
Shut up, ho.
Okay.
You easy mouth it.
Right there.
Take them toes.
So.
Ow. Him. Okay. Bitch, show him you not like these lazy assholes.
Yeah, period. Pay attention right now, because the spirit that hit me is about to get real acrobatic.
This the old daddy. I need my rent paid, daddy.
Ease it on back.
Oh, yeah.
Attention now.
Then you do it, then you rock it.
Yeah.
Then you choke, bitch. And then you like spin around, keep the dick still inside. That's trainer 316. Get your ass off of me. Okay, Mia, keep it
cute, okay? Because this bitch is at a 12, all right? Now, see, for me, performing at a smooth 6 always works. But that's just me. You need to focus on changing out that Adidas hoodie. That's not cute. What is you doing? Bitch, get your...
No, baby. Me and Andy, we just wrestling.
No, we not.
See?
Yeah, that's why the fuck I don't come over here, because your ass do too much.
So again, that was just a clip of her friends trying to gas her up before she got on the plane to go see him. So anyway, like I said, going back into the little boss situation, whatever the case may be, the long story short with that whole situation, of course, was her to finesse him out of the situation. So she get to the dude house, so she trying to play big. Like I got meetings I need to go to, whatever the case may be. Like why she in town, she trying to make it seem like I still got motion. I got other stuff going on. I can't just be laid up in your crib all day long. But then she even hit him with she go in the refrigerator. Oh, I see you ain't had no home cooked meals because he didn't have nothing. He had a big house, big refrigerator, but the refrigerator was empty, just like realistically like how most dudes is. So she was just, it's nothing in there. I need to cook for you, whatever the case may be. So after that, realistically, so I guess she go to Starbucks so she can use the bathroom because she called her friends on FaceTime and her friends like, girl, why ain't no stars in the room? What you doing? Like I know cheap level when I see it. But she was like, I'm getting a ride. I'm on my way to Starbucks. I'm not with him, whatever the case may be. So and she was like, I need to use the bathroom. So that go back into when she said that first they brought in my head like, oh, this Shannon shop. Yep, Uncle Shay. So that brought me to that part. So she goes she going to the Starbucks to use the bathroom. Cool. So then realistically, then she called her baby father. And this was the part that made me be like, this is why I like Mia, right? So she called her baby father. They on FaceTime. And she want to talk to her daughter. So whatever, he having a play date, but I don't know who the girl is. It's some miscellaneous girl that obviously she just don't like because she kind of threw the shade like the girl, kind of made it her business to get in the camera and say, hey, such and such. So she was like, what you doing? You on a play date with such and such? And he like, hold up, you can't do that now. We ain't on them terms no more. You can't be like that. So she showed her jealousy side. But so for me, it was like, I like that because it showed the human side of her. Like, yes, I'm running this play to get my bread up. But at the same time, I still got feelings for my baby father. So I was like, cool, I like that because at least it let me know you still kind of a human. You're really not that money hungry like it's trying to make your character seem like. So whatever case, her daughter was having fun, brushed him up off the phone. She kind of felt bad about that. Like, damn, you don't miss me enough. Her daughter like, yeah, whatever, I'm having fun. I'll holler at you when you get home. Whatever the case may be, I'm cool. So to speed that up, so she ended up leaving. She on her way back from the airport. Of course, she took pictures with them sleeping. She, of course, in the mix of trying to send two text messages at the same time. She texting him talking about how she enjoyed herself, and then she trying to text the group chat at the same time. So they asking her. She sent the picture of him and her laid down, and she's like, I got him. So then he hit the question mark, like, what you mean? Of course, the episode go off at that part. So that's gonna leave this sense for episode 4. But real quick, just to slide, of course, the part you can't have a rapper without talking about Shauna, bro. I swear to God, she pisses me off every episode, dog. And so crazy. Somebody made a great point when they said it on Twitter. They was like, I never thought Issa Rae could make a character more cringier than Issa was on Insecure. And Shauna is that. Like, dog, she just literally they was walking in the middle of nowhere in like the woods somewhere. And a white lady came out with a shotgun and was just like, they were sitting there, they were taking a break. They was like, it was hot outside. They was lost. Their phones, they had no GPS. They couldn't pull up the Google Maps. White lady come out with a shotgun and was like, y'all better get from in front of my house. So, of course, Shauna, on her fake black woke, she started preaching like she was Malcolm X. Well, kill me right now. Then I'm going to be a martyr. Take me out right now. I don't care. And so, Chastity looking at her like, girl, what the hell is wrong with you? You losing your goddamn mind right now. But we in the middle of nowhere. This white girl going to put both of us on a goddamn t-shirt. So then she don't stop. She keep doing her black power stuff. So the white woman get to crying. And she like, dog, you got the gun. Now you about to pull a Karen on us right now? I just want y'all to leave. Can you please leave? So the white lady get the crime, whatever case may be, and go back in the house. And then they get to laughing it off. But again, and then they get to going. Then I guess they got to going into the story. And when she was saying like, dog, I'm broke. I'm out here on this road. I only got $12 to my name. So, her and Chastity, they get going back having their stories like Chastity. And she's like, oh, how you end up getting in Miami? She told her like both her parents died or whatever the case may be. So they kind of had their moment where she, because they don't really know each other for real. They are both mutual friends from Mia. So she kind of was just like, oh, all right, whatever the case may be. They kind of had.
She got to change her heart on the white chick now?
No, not the white girl. This was between her and the manager.
Oh, dude. Oh, what?
Her real name is Chastity, but yeah, her street name. No. The manager. Of course, her street name is Duke, but her real name is Chastity. So she had her moment, and then I guess the funniest part of the whole episode was both of them came on their period at the same time, so they going into a gas station. So that face you just made was the same face Shauna made, because she was like, hey, I'm on my period. And then so she was just like, huh, what you mean your period? Because of course she is a dom, but she's like, nigga, I'm still a girl, you idiot. So then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, what you sorry about? Oh, I just didn't think you had a period.
That's it.
It's, of course, like I said, that was episode 3. That was the sped up version. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I do want to see how Mia is going to be able to spin back off of that goddamn text message, because that text message was like, dog, you, yeah.
That's what you motherfuckers get, sneaking and shit.
Sneaking and geeking.
pictures. Oh,
Let that
sneaky
jump,
ass.
yeah, let that jump upload. I need a piss. Of course, if you're new here, again, like I said, like, share, subscribe, share to another friend. Tell them, even if you can't watch the whole thing through, we're going to break it up in clips throughout the week, putting up different little clips from the episode. Like I said, again, like, share, subscribe, tell another friend. We here each and every week.
Bulture podcast.
Three. Fly, Eagles, fly. What you cut that light off?
I might have hit it.
Cut that on there? No, you gotta hit it. It's a cord. Right. Bow, bow, bow.
life.
Oh no, with Wiz, I cried for like 3 years straight.
Oh, so you did have a heart.
Shit.
Yeah, no, for Wiz for sure. That was the love of my life. That's why I said it. I can't apply that to Wiz, but yeah, I cried for. I used to just sit in the shower and be like, "Fuck,"
and then you have to see him because you guys have a kid together.
Yeah.
Wow. That probably made it just take so much longer to get over it.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Wow.
But okay, so
It's really big of you to be able to admit that, though. I feel like I would not be able to admit that. Like, I'd feel like my life.
Oh no, with Wiz,
So for people who don't know who that is, of course, that's Adam 22 and his wife. They was interviewing Amber Rose, and Amber Rose was basically like she cried over her breakup with Wiz Khalifa for over 3 years because she felt like Wiz Khalifa was her soulmate. And that's one of these conversations that I have a lot, and I do realistically want to know, how many people do you think move? Of course, you may call a relationship off, but you still move on with that relationship playing in the back of your head where you're really not over. You may get it. The thing with 3 years after she cried for that. No, her and 21 Savage was in a relationship, maybe not right after it, but at least probably a couple months to a year after that divorce. And her and 21 Savage was in a relationship probably for like a year or two. So just think about you being the person where it's like sometimes, and that's why I think realistically, you always got to find a clever way of trying to figure out people's past, bringing up conversations, different little conversations to kind of figure out where their brain really is about their significant other, to see like if they talk about them like with some disdain, or is it still like some friendly camaraderie back there, like, or is it hate, or is it more bitterness? Like, you got to kind of figure that out, because I do always feel like a lot of people have mental baggage, and some people know how to disguise it differently, because like I said, dog, 21 Savage was literally at the slut walk holding up I'm sure he didn't know none of this.
But that's more so for a female, not for a guy, though, because you don't really care about her. I mean, who she was with or whether she crying over the nigga.
So you whole time, what you mean you wouldn't care? You wouldn't care if you was in a relationship with somebody and they're still crying over their ex? Hey, listen to what she just said. She said she'd be in the shower like she was crying over him.
Right.
Literally.
She not just saying she was just crying 3 years straight. She's saying she has her moments. She's still crying about him, still thinking about him. But my thing is, you as a guy, you really wasn't. When she around you, when she talking to you, she not showing it. Yeah, when she get in the shower, she crying. You're not up under her 24/7. And as I said, when you first start talking to the female, you just worried about getting the cheeks.
Yeah, okay, but now after you over that, let's just say, okay, I done got the cheeks. Now we 6 months in, but you're still not over your ex.
Right, but are you going to leave her?
I think it just, to me, to be honest, I think it's just how much is she verbalizing it? How much are you talking about it? But then, like I said, again,
So
I don't
if
think
she not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then let's just say she's not the type that's expressing that. Okay, she's heartbroken. When she's around you,
of course, if she's not verbalizing it or discussing it in front of me, cool, or she's not showing me those emotions. What you don't know, you just won't know. It just won't never hurt
that's
you.
why I say I don't think. But that's why I'm saying I can get it for a female saying like, oh, you hold it back or whatever. But if like for a guy, I don't feel like a guy probably would even be checking for that for real.
Yeah, but I think you realistically you should, especially if you are investing a lot of time, and then for a lot of people who dating in this day and age in 2023, only a couple of months, a couple of weeks away from 2024, you're investing time and money into a relationship. You should try to figure out, is this person just as mentally and emotionally attached and available as you are, or are you sitting here pouring into somebody who's still holding on to a previous relationship? Obviously, like she was saying, she was holding on to a relationship for 3 years. She may not have told you that out loud, but that would hurt me if you sitting here saying after our relationship is over, now you come out and I'm like, damn, that would have been like, oh, this is why we could never get over certain hurdles. I don't necessarily know, because we don't know the real depths of her relationship with 21 Savage, because neither one of them talk about it. Like they made it like, and that's what I do realistically, and that kind of go into our next conversation in a minute with the Meg and Partisan Fontaine situation, where it's just like some people have clean breakups and they can be like, we were in a public relationship. Like I said, 21 Savage was really like out of his body on what his image was. Like he kind of was realistically, he was throwing his image almost to the wayside to prove how much he really was rocking with Amber Rose, because people was looking at him and giving him some push like, dang, 21, you supposed to be a gangster, what you doing at the slut walk? And he was holding up the sign and all that at that point in his career. And I think about it, he was still, that wasn't with the Drake stuff, this was before a lot, and all his biggest moments, he was still a newer artist to the mainstream world, and he hasn't really solidified himself. He was still getting his, like, people only knew him for like the super gangster songs. This was before the Clubhouse. Like I think people after Clubhouse and all that, then people kind of really got to hear how intellectual 21 Savage was, and you got to see the sides when he was on Clubhouse singing R&B songs. So you kind of really got to see, okay, he's really like somebody completely different outside of the booth.
But now that you bring that up, so when did he get married?
Nobody don't know that for real. Like nobody don't even know how true that is.
So then that's what I'm saying. So like for him, he probably didn't care or wasn't even, like, I'm just here to have a rose. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say he probably had, or he was with the wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I don't know, because realistically, he never came out and said he's married though. He has never came out, because that's not his bag. He never has came out and denied or said it. And then I guess realistically, we might as well just while we right here, while we just speaking on men who have some form of morals and principles. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was disappointed in a lot of the dudes in the comment section who was. There's two things I was disappointed. I was disappointed in how many dudes thought this was okay for Paulus and Fontaine to spill some of Meg's deepest secrets. Like that to me was like, damn, when we start moving like that. But then to see how the crew, I'm not even as disappointed in the dudes, because I feel like sometimes with men, we kind of, our brains be all over the place. We don't understand. We'll talk about Slim Thug in a few seconds. But I think sometimes men brains just don't work all the way to the fullest capacity as it's supposed to. But to see how many women was like, oh, this is what he deserved. I mean, this is what she deserved. If this is what she get for lying on Tory. And I think so many people are still upset about that one. And just real quick, I always say, I catch myself always deleting whatever comments I be ready to put in academics jump, because he was trying so hard to get people to talk about that Tory Lanez Deluxe project. Let me tell just free game to everybody. And this how I'm telling y'all how I just judge men. As a man, I'm telling y'all it was a new Drake, a new Wayne and 2 Chainz, and a new not NBA YoungBoy, a new Lil Durk. 42 Dugg put out some new music, and yet we still ain't even get over just last week Ross and Meek, NBA YoungBoy, Kodak Black. It's so much men music out. It's nowhere in hell I'm going to run to listen to Tory Lanez with a goddamn wig on his head. Are you dumb? So as soon as I seen that, I caught myself every time. I almost wanted to drop the F-bomb on him and everybody in his comment section. What type of I don't even know how you spell the word. FAs y'all are. Like, come on, dog. It's y'all gotta relax. The whole Tory Lanez thing, bro, let that man do his 10. It ain't that deep. Like, we not about to sit here and drag this out like this was Bootsy or this was goddamn R. Kelly or Bill Cosby or something. Bro, let Tory do his 10 and we'll holler at him whenever he get home. Like, y'all trying to drag this out and make him somebody. Y'all wasn't celebrating him like that when he was out. This nigga ain't never had no charting albums. He ain't never had no top 10 hits or nothing. Y'all are dragging it, dog. Don't get it twisted. I like Tory Lanez music. I like them chicks tapes just like everybody else. But I ain't about to sit here and over exaggerate like this nigga was Jesus Christ when he was on the street, because we wasn't treating him like that. And I know how many people don't really even, like I seen somebody sit here and say, well, Meg been taking a break. Meg dropped just as much music as Drake did. I just don't really listen to Meg. Meg dropped consistently during the pandemic. She talked about that whole Tory Lanez situation on multiple different projects, but you guys don't just listen to music at all. That Warning song was a whole jump when she was going at Tory when she said, what you a midget something shooting whatever she said, shooting a giant bitch with a deuce. Like, what, she had all them bars for him. She put out that project, then she put out the project with the Hot Cheetos logo, and that was a jump with her and her label was going back and forth, and they were saying there was nothing but a bunch of freestyles. Then she put out the jump with the huge song on TikTok when it was Bad Bitches Have Anxiety Too. That song was on that project. Those are 3 different projects that she put out throughout the pandemic after she got shot. That the one thing, what is it called? Bad News or something, whatever the case may be. That was the jump with the newspaper jump. Then it was the one with the Hot Lord Devil thing, and then it was the one when she had the it was like the black background and her face was like in a white silhouette. Oh, Meg continuously put out music, but again, like I said, a lot of y'all don't listen to music, and that's why I don't even like having certain comments. That's why I even pick and choose. Like when I'm putting up content, I'm like, that's why I didn't do the Diddy thing. Because that to me, with that, is like I can speak on it on here, but just trying to, with the internet, that topic was just too much for me. Because I know women actually out here who actually have been raped and really have had real life trauma. So I understand how traumatic you can't, like, people treat some of these topics just like it's just celebrity gossip. And that's how people was doing the Meg situation. I'm like, dog. And the crazy thing, when I seen women, I'm like, dog, if I sit here, especially women I actually been with, I'm like, dog, listen to what you're saying. It's okay for him to do that. How would you feel if I sit here and stuff that you told me or insecurities that you deal with, I just woke up one day and was like, oh, I'm about to make a video about your insecurities. You wouldn't like that, dog. Why are y'all making like it's okay for him to do that to her? Like, this is something like you talking about, and that's what I'm saying. Even if you wanted to clap back, which she never said your name, but if you wanted to respond, why do you feel like he had to respond with going that far?
Or where did he go? I mean, how far did he really go?
Just even saying, I didn't know that she slept with the dude who made her beats. Like, what, nigga, God, you spilling her.
We found out all that out in the
No,
courtroom,
you
though.
did not. That never came out.
But I'm talking about her messing with a lot of dudes, though.
You listen to what I'm saying. You could, what we publicly knew, you could address that, but the extra stuff that nobody else knew. No,
why he said that you mess with.
Nigga, she said the nigga who did what's it? Juju on the beats. Yeah. He said he tried to do a clever way. No, he said the nigga who you did the tag for, you was letting him tag.
It's rap music, though.
No, it's not rap music, dog. You are a man still.
So what you saying? You can't,
bro? You're not listening to him. You ain't not listen to what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying you cannot sit here and dish your ex. You can do that, but dog, you can do. Dog, Drake literally just put out a song 5 minutes just dissing random women, but he ain't never say nobody's name. We don't know who he was talking about.
So because you know it's Meg, that's why you can't do it.
No, not because we know it's Meg. Because he said her name, nigga.
Oh, I didn't listen to it.
I didn't listen to it either. I'm going off the clips that they played on the Shade Room. I'm not listening to them. 2 things I'm not going to do. I'm not rushing, because guess what? Nobody has never done in your life. You're never in your life rushed to go listen to a Partisan Fontaine song. Somebody was in my comments on TikTok. I'm like, bro, name me 5 songs that everybody else in this comment section going to know from him, and don't exclude the one with Cardi B.
Yeah, he has on with Cardi B.
Yeah, that backing it up, back. You probably don't even remember it. And then Cardi was like, for all the bitches in the backing it up. No, that's him. The name of the song is backing it up. And then Cardi B was on the jump for all the bitches in the back, there's backing it up. Again, like I said, nobody listened to him as a rapper. So that's my whole point. For that, just to get that, for you to get posted on the Shade Room, that's corny to me, dog. Somebody you sit here on the clips that I seen them playing, he was someone he wanted to get engaged with her. I'm not about to kick somebody back in that I said I wanted to get engaged with just for clicks on the Shade Room. Nobody, that song ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nobody gonna buy Wednesday come. Nobody's talking about that song. Nobody ain't even talking about it today. So that's my whole point. Like, that to me was just corny. Like, you talking about stuff that this girl telling you, like, her and whatever her back and forth that she was having with her homegirls or whatever the things that she told you in the privacy of you being her boyfriend. Why expose that on a song for what? Like, as a man, like, that's all I'm just saying. For as men, when do we sit here and say, though, I can't just even realistically, even when she sit here and said, oh, I caught you cheating. She never said his name. She never said his name. We all just assumed, oh, she was talking about him. Though she'd have been in endless relationships. Of course, I did it. We all ran and assumed that she was talking about him, but that's what Drake do. Nobody don't listen. That's my only thing where it's, to me.
She only been in what, 2? Open, relationships that we knew of.
With him, Moneybagg Yo.
That's it.
I want to say it was somebody out the Moneybagg Yo. I'm almost 100% positive somebody out the Moneybagg Yo.
I mean, that's when her and the baby made that song, right?
You might be right. It might just only be them two.
So it's not like
you might be right. You might absolutely be right. It may only be them two. It may be him and Meg Moneybagg Yo. So that, I mean, but nobody. But guess what? Listen to my whole point of what I'm saying is that's the difference between when you just keep it P. You don't know why her and Moneybagg Yo break up. And even that whole time, I remember after they broke up and it was fresh and he started dating Ari, and Ari was like, nigga, we still playing Meg, and here y'all look stupid if y'all think we not playing Meg because him and her used to talk. We still play Meg Thee Stallion in this house. But so that's my point. It's just like, I listen to what I'm saying. I've been hurt. I've talked about relationships on here, but guess what I'm never going to do? I'm never saying names. I've talked about so many different relationships. Y'all don't know which one is which. Even when I told that Florida story, 9 times out of 10, some people who be just watching my page, you thought I was talking about somebody else. You didn't even know I was talking about the girl that I called. If you just picked up on the Florida story, because guess what? When the girl that I live with, the one that I called on this episode, guess what? We ain't never post pictures when we was in Florida. So 9 times out of 10, you're thinking about somebody completely else. That's my point. You got, as a man, you got to keep it P, dog. You cannot be that goddamn butthurt that you're going to sit here and try to expose this girl at her deepest and darkest moments. That's corny. Not saying that you cannot address her. Yes, you can. It's cool. You are a rapper. You can emotionally express yourself however you want. But sitting here calling this girl by name and sitting here going into details and talking about stuff that other people, that the world didn't know, that to me is corny. Like, you could tell us, oh yeah, how you felt and how hurt you was to figure out that she was lying about sleeping with the baby and Tori. You could have said that. That's cool because that's public knowledge. So to express us to how you felt about when you found that out with the rest of the world, then that's cool. I would have no problem with that. But you talking about telling, oh, she had lipo, now you acting like you in the gym. That's corny. You trying to step on her brand. That's weak. And guess what? She ain't trying to be a fitness influencer neither. That's just a piece of content that she's comfortable with making. And realistically, she know that it motivate other girls who follow her. And she do a great job at it because everybody eat it up every time. So guess what you did? As a hating nigga, you went and sit here and told people, oh, guess what? She ain't got lipo. That's fucking corny, dog. And then, you know, the crazy thing, and what really broke my heart, so especially for dudes that I know, and I always, though, if y'all listen to me enough, one thing I'm going to stand on is principles and morals. If you even listen long enough when Marcus be on here, though, it be comments and topics that Marcus absolutely shut his goddamn mouth. You know why? Because it be too close to home. He ain't about to sit here and play with himself. What the fuck be wrong with y'all, dog? You are still a man, dog. You still have you have to still be a human being, and it cannot just be like, I'm going to just here and do whatever for clicks and likes. That's corny, dog. I wouldn't, and guess what I never would do? I never ain't going to push Marcus to sit here and talk about stuff that would sit here and mess it up, and I couldn't see my nephews. You know how fucking corny that is, though? For some goddamn likes and for some views, nigga, that's whole shit.
Huh?
Nigga, to make you sit here, just imagine we was talking about something just ridiculous that make you sit here and have to sit here and throw your baby mother under the bus. Why would I do that? That's dumb.
But why?
But guess what? Your brain would never even run to do that.
But I don't get how, like, I get what you're trying to say. He shouldn't have, but if it's a part of rap, that's people do rap that you do for attention or whatever the case may be. What's the difference if somebody, because you know who she is, I get it. You shouldn't be. But like I said, everybody else do it. But because you don't know the actual women, but the ones who do know the actual women, what's the difference?
But if you never say her name, people still got to play the guessing game.
But that's what I'm saying. But okay, but Drake now say a lot of women name just because you don't know them personally. He does it too, right? I've known songs where he's talking about females, and I know people who knew the female that he's actually talking about. So that's what I'm saying. Because you don't know the person, because we know.
Yeah, but he's not. But he never talking about them in a malicious way. He be bigging them up. So when he be talking about whatever the girl was in Peachtree or whatever the case may be, to work at such and such restaurant, yeah, he has never endorsed. That's the difference between Drake and this corny nigga. Drake ain't never. You never sit here and heard Drake outside, and then when he throwing salt on your name, oh, he not gonna say it. Like when he was throwing the whole people because the bars he used for the saying his saying I had sex and it was anti whatever. He never said Rihanna's name, but he just was clever enough. Let me sit here and throw something. That's cool. The sex was trash. Y'all gassing it up like I'm on her body, like I didn't have better. Just to be whatever the wordplay he was playing around with it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting here telling the man you can't express yourself in your music, but all my thing of it is, why do you sit here and try to expose a woman's deepest, darkest secrets, still with her low moments? That Cobra song ain't the first time she done talked about her fighting depression. She done talked about it on that project I'm talking about with the black project and the white silhouette. Though she talked about all that same stuff. She talked about her drinking problems and all that, but this nigga felt like, hey, well, you sit here and told people I was cheating. I'm gonna sit here and throw all your information out there. That's whole shit, dog. Ain't no way you can tell me. I'm not. Again, the name of this episode, I'm gonna think about how it was gonna be something about morals and principles, because I feel like they all for sale, and that goes when we can kind of tie that into the Diddy situation. Why a lot of media personalities wouldn't talk about it. And the crazy thing is, a homegirl of mine this morning, she sent me a academics tweeting out saying, damn, it's been 4 days and Carisha ain't said nothing. Any other day, she can't stop talking on social media. So my homegirl sent me this, damn, why he picking on him and didn't say nothing about Diddy. I said, skirt, hold up, slow down, young lady. This man that did a whole 2-hour special on Diddy. You got him messed up with whole buttons. Let's slow down right now. You got academics chopped and screwed. One thing, and that's the thing, again, when we talk about the blog, she was like, damn, well, why none of the blogs didn't pick that up? Because he don't get it twisted. Academics was tweeting about Diddy. I know since I'm the only media personality, I'm gonna have to start riding a bike like J. Cole because I don't want him to blow my car up like Kid Cudi. But he was tweeting all this out, and he literally still did a 2-hour stream breaking it down word for word. And before I really get into the Diddy thing, I gotta give Aunt Glizzy some credit, so I'm definitely gonna play this clip, nigga. That boy is a goddamn amazing hood storyteller, because I swear to God, he had me glued. It's a lot of Aunt Glizzy stuff I don't take into because some of it just too young for me. But that Wale story, goddamn boy, you had me glued to my phone. Like, what the hell was going on? But real quick, I don't want to get too far into that. Again, just to close that party thing, to me personally, I just thought that was some whole shit. I think as a man,
but hold up. Well, I didn't even listen to the whole before you the Alleges step, but you saying it's some whole shit for a party to be giving out information, but it's not the whole shit for him to share that story where he was there when it happened, and he's sharing the story now.
What you mean? And not what? Not helping Wale?
Yeah.
You know, if we're being honest, I don't think what could you do in that situation, because that's, you know what that is sometimes, and I think just a lot of people should know this in general. Sometimes you can't move before you're too big for the room that you're moving in.
But that's my thing. But now, why are you sharing that story now?
Because he's a YouTuber, nigga. That's why I'm not. The hottest topic out right now is this Diddy thing. Why I'm not gonna tell my Diddy story?
I didn't know he was a YouTuber.
Yeah, nigga, you know who he is, but you don't know him from music. You know him from talking.
Don't know who the fuck he is. Period.
Well, okay, it don't matter. Everybody else know him from talking, so I'm not going to miss out. Why? If I got a cool Diddy story to tell,
that's why I said I didn't know he did. I didn't know he was on YouTube like that. I just, like I said,
no, he on
that's
YouTube.
What I'm saying. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but again, just for that purpose of that, I think a lot of people sometimes, and I remember telling Tony this a long time ago when we were just talking about his way of dressing, and he felt like I got to dress a certain way to get in certain rooms, and that means them rooms just too big for you. So even when you put in certain situations where you can't move, where you can protect yourself, like that whole the way I'm gonna play with him explaining the story with him and Shy. Realistically, at whatever level Shy, it don't matter at his highest peak. You're not in a space to be able to move around to protect yourself from Diddy. Besides, probably when he first started rapping, when he just used to be him and 50 just wild random niggas. Yeah, then you can protect yourself. Y'all can do whatever to Diddy because it's just a bunch of y'all. But when you start to get a bigger notoriety, but it's not big enough to be able to afford to move with 50 people, it's Diddy. He gonna always move with 50 armed security guards. So it's kind of like you're gonna be in a lose-lose situation. And that's why I can't be so disappointed at somebody like Joe Budden. And realistically, and I did kind of feel like, damn, y'all kind of being hard on him and y'all not being realistic, because what could he really do? We just talked about him getting beat up in the strip club for talking about C's or Taxstone, whatever one of them he got beat up for. What you think was gonna happen if he went crazy on Diddy? Like, come on, dog. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at him for trying to dance around that topic or skip it, because like, I gotta be realistic sometimes. These people are still human. Niggas know what they can afford to put up with. You can't afford to put up with if and Diddy got my personal number and I still want to move around and still go outside. Academics was cool with not going outside. And that's why he is cool with, hey, okay, nobody else will talk about it, then cool. I'm gonna drag it to the floor. I'm gonna be the only person covering it. And I seen somebody, it was Joey Badass put out, I don't care about first week numbers or whatever the case may be. So it was, I think the dude I told y'all when I first got on Twitter, that first week I got on Twitter, I think, what is this? Mark Romson or something. I can't remember whatever the dude name is that I follow. And he's like a big New York like journalist. And he retweeted it. And he was just like, I don't know why people care about numbers. And I said, the reason why people care about numbers is because all the other media outlets that cover hip hop, y'all skip certain topics. Academics don't. So that allows academics to have the biggest voice in hip hop. So if academics' favorite topic is to talk about numbers, then guess what? This will always be popular. The numbers conversation, because he gets to dictate what's hot and what's not. You know why? Because the rest of y'all sit out on certain topics and he don't sit out on no topics. So for the people who do believe and you only follow the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talks or whatever the case may be, in your world, you believe academics only talk crazy about women. Well, guess what? You can get on Twitter, same way I screenshotted and sent it to my homegirl this morning. Well, here goes some tweets of him talking about Diddy. And she's like, oh, damn. Why don't because the blogs have their own narrative that they want to run. They don't want to make it seem like they pussy because they not talking about Puffy or the other people, like Charlamagne and them. And academics even started his joint when he's talking about it. He was like, no, I listened to the Breakfast Club on Friday. It like, again, and that's why I give academics his credit is because one, I'm not reading 35 pages of nothing. So for him to go through them documents and read it, you have to respect his journalism on that stint. Like you might not like the messy stuff he get or when he calling people out of their name, cool. But I do respect somebody who takes their craft serious enough to go and read a 35-page lawsuit, because I wouldn't do it. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I just got too much other stuff going on. So I salute him for doing that. But again, he studies the game. So I go listen to make sure. Let me go listen to Joe Budden. Make sure he didn't talk about it. Oh, he was too pussy. Let me listen to the Breakfast Club. Oh, they was too pussy. All of the other people that y'all normally would go check for, they were too scared to talk about it. And the reason why some men, I'm not mad at, even for Charlamagne, because he got his own charges that he had to deal with. So sometimes you have to, for some of these people, if y'all, I know everybody don't be glued in on every detail of some of these people or listen to them enough. You don't know none of that stuff. But even for Joe, he is kind of like, again, it's a tricky space for him, though. He got endless allegations with him and women. how you really want the kettle to call it? What they call it? What's the little saying? The kettle calling the kettle black? Like, what are you supposed to do? This nigga has been he ain't never been in court for trapping or busting no gun. He'd go to court for beating on women. What you want this nigga to say? Fucking, I don't necessarily. Sometimes it's like I think people be looking for the unrealistic approach, but for somebody like academics, hey, I don't get too much pussy, so my in dealings with women is slim to none. So guess what? I ain't never done. I ain't never raped nobody. I ain't never put my hands on nobody. So guess what this is for me? It's a free fall. Like again for Charlemagne, that's his charge. His charge again. He had that allegation. He had to beat that allegation. It was a sexual assault charge. It was a rape allegation. So again, realistically, what do you want him to say? For some of these niggas, and that's the sad thing. Again, that's when I always ask. I almost feel like everybody got their principles and morals damn near for sale this day. And it's when we go into dating. When I always keep telling y'all, dog, that age gap is disgusting to me. I told y'all that I feel that way about the Diddy and Young Miami thing. I've been saying that forever. Like that 20, 30-year-old age gap is ridiculous to me. There ain't nothing that y'all should be doing together. It's disgusting. Excuse me, I've been on endless episodes you can hear me talk about that. I think I even named the episode that a couple weeks ago, and that had nothing to do with the Diddy and Cassie thing. So I think just for some people, it's just, I think a lot of people, when you look at those comments, you see a lot of people have their morals and principles for sale. Because I even went to looking like, damn, all the girls that I always see posting Diddy and Carisha's goals, I just wanted to see what their thoughts was about it. And that's why sometimes I take my time on certain topics because I want to look and see what's people's response. Like, how y'all really feel about it? The people who champion this nigga, people who y'all was so geeked over the Love album. And the crazy thing, I listened to somebody today and they was like, oh, it don't matter what he did to that girl. I'm still gonna bang this Love album. That just kind of showed me something like, y'all crazy, bro.
But I mean, my thing is, a lot of people go through it. Different ways. It's a controlling asset. And just listen to the stories that a lot of people been coming out. Is somebody's insecure and controlling. And I've heard different views and different situations. And it's just, it's a power thing. When you got that power, you want to control your situation. You don't want nobody above you or, better than you. Because like even I heard one story where it was like the real reason why J-Lo stopped messing with him because he was the one who really did the shooting when they in the club.
When Shine took the charge.
So like I said, some people are in that, like now it's just like now the stuff comes out and like a lot of people say that whole Keefe did whatever the dude they got, like a lot of this shit is going to unfold. And now look
for sure. And I think somebody
and now you starting to believe these stories. So like I guess because we saw Suge Knight and a lot of his actions play out, somebody like Diddy who can cover up his path is a little bit more different.
Yeah, I think, but you could tell that obviously Diddy and I
because even go back to when he gave out all his the people that
so I guess, and again, even listening to the academics where he kind of pointed out where you can tell that Diddy know he didn't probably piss somebody off and he trying to play nice as possible and try to clean up a lot of his past actions. Because again, but of course, remember when he gave all the publishing, I'm like, dog, something just don't seem right with that. That just didn't seem right. So it's just kind of like, it's too many stories and it's just too much stuff. It's like, dog, you're not gonna be able to duck all these. You're gonna eventually you're gonna come to that light where it's gonna be damn near, it's gonna be like what you call that, it's gonna be the same thing they did surviving R. Kelly. It's gonna be the surviving Puff Daddy John, surviving Sean John, or whatever you want to call it, because it's too much of, even if we tie it back into with the baby mother situation when she got mad at him about the son drinking. And of course everybody threw the age thing in it, but you realistically, we all threw the age like this ain't no little boy, this a grown man. But she was speaking from the way she was speaking to him and how the words she was using. She knows stuff that y'all just don't know. But y'all, first thing y'all cared about is this boy is a grown man. He's of age. But yeah, she was like, that don't mean nothing about the influence that he's seeing from his father. And that's why these behaviors are a certain way. So it's just like, and I even seen this a girl that I listened to like with a podcast, and she was like, these are hard times to even podcast. And then some people was writing in her comments like, huh? How this a hard time? But then that let people know. And I almost wanted to be like, I wish I knew her, because I would have texted them like, bro, delete that. Because now you're gonna have people always questioning what you talk about. When you sit here saying, if this is a hard conversation to have, then that means you shouldn't even be pardoned. Because this
But
not
it
a
could
hard.
be, but it could be hard for her because maybe she went through it. She knows.
So guess what? That's what I'm saying. If you've been through it, then this is your time. So we cannot keep allowing people to. You can't hide your story. If this has happened to you, or this is something where it's going to trigger you to speak, then speak on it. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, somebody else needs to hear that story as well, so they can help get the courage to be able to speak up on their stuff. And that's why even when Slim Thug said what he said, oh, they dragged that nigga to hell. I ain't even know Slim. I guess he used to date LaToya Luckett. He cheated on her with his cousin and ended up getting his cousin pregnant. Boy, they found that nigga skeletons and he went back and hurried up and double back and apologized. He didn't give him 24 hours to breathe. He came. I'm gonna find that clip of Slim Thug play his.
But that's my thing. Even with, like I said, with some of these guys speaking out on it, saying Cassidy wrong.
Oh, let it load up. They up 21-17, 2 minutes to go. But it's the they're on a Kansas City 14. Kansas City got the ball. Let's go, Philly. Fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Ready? You want to finish saying what you were saying? Or you don't remember? Because I could just play this ant clip. Would you?
Go ahead.
In the studio, and this girl in the studio, and she's singing, but the girl is Cassie at the time. I don't really know what's going on. I just know she's a big singer. I'm not a musician. I'm not a music guy at this time. I'm not into music. I'm just there with Shy, literally make sure Shy all right. I know like the popping people. Wale been telling us like before we even get to the studio with him and Cassie in the studio, Wale was already telling us like, man, we better go to the studio with Cassie. Man, Diddy be acting crazy over her. Diddy don't want nobody working around her. So y'all make sure y'all don't look at her too wild or make her feel uncomfortable. Or if you see her security guards with her, just prepping us on how crazy Diddy act over her. Like any guys that's around her in her vicinity, while Diddy not around, he kirks off, he goes off. We make it through the session. We probably like an hour in the session, like an hour into the session, maybe 2. Her and Wale doing the we in the studio, and this girl in the studio.
Oh, so they must have cut it down, and I seen like, most of them must have took the clip off. Because I was looking, I thought I sent you that before today, right? I sent you this clip. I'm looking for this, John. I don't know why I can't find it.
You sent me. I saw it on.
Oh, I didn't send it to you. No. Oh, I thought I sent you the John. Well, they must have. I'm looking for it. I feel like they deleted it, John. Like what the hell? Where the original clip at? Yeah, I feel like them blogs must have took it down. Cause I definitely don't see the joint. Give me 1 second before we. Just. Damn, what? Yeah, that's crazy. I definitely thought. Yeah, they must have took. Yeah, they deleted it. Yeah, they deleted it, and that's crazy. They must have deleted it because, of course, Wale did tweet and sit here and was like, "Damn, I thought journalism was a real thing." So that's, and he basically was just sitting here saying like the story was a lie. None of y'all ain't doing y'all research, and he was just like, "Damn, that's crazy. My birthday passed. None of y'all ain't wish me happy birthday or nothing, but y'all run with this story." And he called, and I guess so. Realistically, I was looking for I literally looked for the clip, and then because I know Top sent it to me first, and I'm looking at the conversation me and Top was having after he sent it to me, and it's gone. So obviously, all the blogs must have took it down. So yeah, of course, Aunt Lizzie was basically telling a story about when him, Shy, and Wale was in the store. I mean, in the studio together with Cassie, and basically saying Diddy just came in, stormed in with some security guards, and they roughed Wale up and was like hanging him over a balcony. But so realistically, the reason why people was believing the story, because in Cassie's lawsuit was a story about Diddy hanging somebody over a balcony. So basically people took it like, oh, they putting 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, this story got to be true because this is a story in her lawsuit. And then again, real quick, just and again, we gotta have another conversation. Everybody was kicking Adam 22 back in for allowing his wife to took the pound town on camera. And this was Diddy thing. They was calling it a freak off. Where Diddy was paying, dog, this is in, like, listen to what I'm telling you. And again, why I asked about the principles and morals thing, especially for so many women, because everybody geeked to have a Diddy. Like, y'all can't make me forget how many of y'all was posting and y'all was championing this Diddy and Carisha relationship. And this nigga's out here paying male prostitutes to take his girl to Pound Town, dog. Do you know how nuts that is? I'm not sitting in no corner, dog. This nigga Diddy is a professional cuck. For people who don't Google what a cuckolder is, this nigga Diddy is a professional cuckolder. He was literally paying to watch men drill out his girl, dog. Somebody you was seeing, you can Google, it's thousands of pictures of Diddy. This ain't just some random girl. This nigga's thousands of pictures of him booed up courtside football games, basketball games, wherever. And this nigga was watching niggas take his girl to Pound Town, and y'all was killing Adam 22. And again, guess what people not gonna do? You're not gonna hear nobody do. You ain't gonna see a bunch of people talking about this freak boy. This is Diddy 22. He worse than Adam 22 because Adam only got one nigga who done took his girl to church. This nigga Diddy was paying hundreds of men to take it. Man, come on, dog. And y'all was sitting here telling me this was y'all goals. Oh, you need to find you a Diddy. How I find me a Diddy? What's Carisha's prayers? Yeah, well, let 100 niggas drill you out. But that's my point when we talk about principles and morals. When do it stop? When is it okay? And again, I said this last week, I believe. When are we going to sit here and make it okay to just date regular people, be normal people again? Well, you eventually going to have to, because that's how you stop these type of stories. Because of course, let's be clear. I'm sure some women, regular women, who then dealt with just regular bum niggas, and they behave the same way. Maybe not to this extreme, because this is to the extreme, because Diddy has the extreme amount of money to be able to participate in some of these wild stories. But let's be real, dog. When you start to prioritize money as your number one priority to date, you open up a different type of door with different type of demons. So it's just
like, if you, this is the same with love. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't know what, like you said, yes, he do have the money to spend for you and expurge on you or whatever, but you have people who don't have the money and you doing off the love. So it's not just necessarily, because a nigga got the money, you gonna allow him to do it. It can be because of the love too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So what you say? Oh, like you love somebody so much that they
will
allow
this to go on.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say, because of course, realistically, you never going to know that part until Cassidy really want to come out and actually do either a book or just a real audio conversation where somebody can ask her, was that more out of love or was that out of fear? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, I do want to prioritize the money thing, because I do feel like that hides, but that's why Diddy is they sit here and say this nigga blew up Kid Cudi car, and this the first time somebody talking about this.
Yeah, and they said that one time he beat her so bad he sent her to Hawaii for three weeks.
Oh, that
hide it.
So that's why I'm saying, where it's like, of course, like I said, I'm sure it's women out here who dealing with not to that level of extent of trauma and abuse because the niggas can't afford to move how Diddy move. So you probably dealing with it on a local, like a smaller level.
Right. And you doing it through because of love.
Yeah, well, that's not love, dog. That's not love. And of course, you hear a lot of people say that even when you watch movies and you hear people talk, they always try to dress it up like that's not love. I don't care what nobody tell you, that's not love. But then again, my biggest thing that I gotta keep pushing home on this episode is, dog, we gotta start loving each other, not for just the material things. It cannot just be, hey, what can you do for me? How with this and the third? Because my question of it is, will you eliminate a lot?
Shorty that was on P-Valley, she was going through the same thing.
Yeah, and that nigga ain't have nothing. So
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I get with you because he has the money and he can take care of you, cover up, like, but it don't have to do with money. It's still love. Because the nigga on P-Valley was doing the same
he was
thing.
He was broke as hell. For sure. I can't disagree with you on that one. I can't. But again, sometimes when we sit here saying
it's just how much you can get away with it.
Yeah, of course, for sure, because you have money. But again, what I'm saying is some women will, well, let's just be real. When we even talk about the football players, how many women have got horror stories from dating football players? But it's still women out here chasing athletes. And we can't even just put it on football players, though. Look how many NBA niggas we literally we talked about Miles Bridges. We didn't talk about what's the other nigga that got cut from Houston. Because that's money, Marcus. That's all that is. For that girl, even talking about for the girl who the nigga got cut from Houston, we were talking about that maybe a month ago when that girl got beat on in New York Fashion Week, and now she coming back and trying to recant her statement. Then this girl literally had to go to the hospital behind somebody putting hands on. That was money, dog. That's my whole thing. All of this shit goes back because people put money over principles and morals, and when you're dating, the first thing everybody keep want to use that goddamn word as a provider. The more y'all keep looking for providers, that P gonna start having a whole lot of other shit behind it besides just goddamn being a provider. I'm sorry, you can't, though. It's too many stories, and we keep dancing around because the first word you keep wanting to throw is provider. No, provider need to go next to prostitution, dog. And that's what the fuck they hiding behind. You can't keep hiding behind that stupid ass word because guess what? A nigga could be a provider, but this nigga don't never go to church. This nigga don't have no fucking type of relationship with God. So guess what? That nigga's spiritual. He ain't gonna never even have that little thing in the back of his head to sit here and tell him he shouldn't be doing this shit to you because you goddamn chasing money. So you chasing a fucking devil, dog. I don't care however niggas want to dress that shit up. That's all. It ain't no other way hiding behind this shit. That's why niggas is so fucking scared of Diddy. Because the nigga got money. So guess what? You want to sit here and dance in those fucking rooms. And shout out to that lady, who yes, oh my God, let's go Eagles, let's go money line, baby time. I'm gonna read it real quick. That lady who says she's not going back to revolt as long as Diddy there, but real quick, sports break. 9-1, fly Eagles, fly, make that money line do the pussy. Wow. Come on, nigga.
They won.
Yeah, nigga. 21-17 in the rain. We come up into Kansas City and kick ass, nigga, and take names. Let me tweet this bitch ass nigga Nick Wright. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Shout out to the prettiest goddamn quarterback alive, my big dog Jalen Hurts. And matter of fact, shout out to GQ.
Mikey, chill,
and shout out to GQ Man of the Year. Sexiest man alive. Fucking what's his Jason Kelsey? Come on. That one is crazy because that's a hell of a troll. GQ was fucking insane. I don't even care about the Kim Kardashian with the cover, but fucking even putting Jason Kelsey is the goddamn sexiest man alive. Oh, matter of fact, and the crazy thing is that this is because the ex I'm talking about, let me text her because guess what? I'd sit here and say, let me say Moneyline Eagles. I said, bet the Eagles. Real quick, just want to say, told you. Fly, Eagles, fly. Real quick, my bad. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Did you know they got a Christmas CD?
Who?
The Eagles.
What you mean a Christmas CD?
Jason Kelsey and all, they got a Christmas CD.
Yeah, see, that's that white boy funny shit right there. But
no, but that's not him, just him. I think it's black.
I believe it, but he is.
And that shit sound good though.
Oh yeah, nigga.
And I think they probably putting out another one this year.
Let's see, now you pushing the bullshit. Real quick, let me read. I gotta put my glasses on to read. I ain't gotta put my glasses on to read it because I already read it. Mental health advocate, award-winning journalist Donna Montgomery says that she will not be returning for her third season of her Revolt podcast, Mountains to Me. And I cannot be part of a show that's supposed to be uplifting Black women as Diddy is the lead of the company. And I respect that. And again, that's when I'm sitting here saying principles and morals, this woman is just like, I'm cool on having this show, this opportunity is not that deep. And I think so many people, especially in the black community, so many people are not willing to, one, bet on themselves. And the reason why I can't even say that, and this is just not a woman thing, Meek Mills just tweeted out and said, I own all my publishing and mastering, but I'm looking for a top tier distributor. For what, nigga? Do just like any other local rapper, nigga. Just put your shit on TuneCore or whatever and upload it. You can go one step over if you don't want to do TuneCore if it's something higher than that. But nigga, it's local rappers out here who just upload this shit to TuneCore and keep it moving. Okay, you Meek Mills, I'm sure you can go one step above that. You don't have to go to TuneCore, but you gotta. What are you looking for, nigga? But that's again somebody who's that's again for black people. They don't never want to invest their money on themselves and build up their own brands and build up their own networks on their own. They always looking for a goddamn handout. You're looking for somebody else to take care of you. You're looking for somebody else, and that's why niggas kiss Diddy ass, because everybody looking for a check. And that goes again to what I'm talking about is the money. The money will be the demise of the black community because we always want to upstage and shine on the other person. I literally just. Again, shout out to Joe Budden. You want to take a break on Saturday? Guess what I did? Listen to the real Joe. Joe Rogan and The Rock was on it. I was watching it, Joe, listening to it while I'm working. Bro, these two niggas is rich and famous as fucking, had some cheap ass Target t-shirts on. And of course The Rock ain't white, but he, you know, The Rock kind of teetered the line. People don't know what The Rock really is. But just my whole point of proving of two men who are cool with who they are. Nigga, they don't care. I don't need no designer shit on, none of that other shit. Oh, I'm The Rock. I'm Joe Rogan. These niggas literally just both of these niggas cock these just with regular cheap ass t-shirts on. But if you go look at Black Pod, like, dog, that shit just annoys the hell out of me. And of course, some people can say, and you, oh, you only saying that because you can't afford it, or you can't do it. Cool. If that's whatever the case may be, guess what I'm telling y'all? I don't be having pity parties for a lot of y'all who go through certain shit because you put money and materialistic shit ahead of your morals and your goddamn principles. And you got to check them at the door. And that be the question when I'm saying here, saying, how do y'all even know who you dealing with when you overlook, oh, this person don't even pray over their food. No, I'm telling you, I swear to God, for me, sometimes as a man, one of the things that caught me off guard when I first started dating, right? Because you'll go out with a few women. They never pray over their food. The first woman to grab your hands and be like, let's pray over this food. Dog, you got me. Because I'm like, dog, you know how many dates I've been on and nobody never say, let's pray over the food? So for the women who do that shit to me always gonna stand out. I'm always gonna sit here and remember them at the back, at the top of my brain, not even at the back. That be my point. Even for the crazy thing is sometimes even for conversations that it start with me with certain women, it be just off of just sharing different passes or they sharing different clips. Oh, you hip to this certain type, but no, you can't. Y'all will skip all of that because for everybody, that P in provider is that P for prostitution. That's it. That's gonna be that is my stance for the day. Y'all keep looking for a provider. You're really looking for a key to sit here and be a prostitute. But we can move on to something else if you like. I don't want to sit here and make people drag it out too tired again. Fly Eagles, fly Jalen Hurts. Bro, oh my God, though. I'd be so damn. I love when I win some goddamn money. Oh, I do want to play this real quick for all my parlay mommies and my parlay poppies out here. I do want to play this clip because this dude is a professional gambler and he has some word of advice that I told y'all a couple of weeks ago, but I think you should listen to it. So for somebody who make more money than I do off of gambling.
Get really good at sports betting though? Like, what are some tips and tricks?
The first thing is stop the parlays. That is the
stop parlays.
Stop parlays.
Okay.
Stop the parlays. It's going to hurt you more than it helps. But if you look at what you've been losing over time, you're only getting back what you've lost.
Okay.
Some of it.
Yeah.
And you're not even getting all of it back.
So the probability is really not there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you look at commercials for sports gambling and everything, the first thing on every commercial you're going to see is this parlay, put these picks together, put this amount of picks together.
They're promoting that.
That's what they promote. Yeah. They promote it because it makes them money. They don't promote, hey, put this single bet in, put this single bet in. Like, they don't promote that. They want you to do parlays.
Yeah, you're more of a conservative, like, play it safe, don't spend what you can't lose.
Have to. You can't, none of us have enough money to break the sports book.
Right. Okay.
They have so much, like, you'll never beat them. Eventually, if you keep betting enough and you don't have this.
How does one get really?
So if you couldn't hear what he was saying, basically he was saying stop the parlays, and I guess we can tie that story into because to KD. And you know what's so funny? Like, I always just laugh at sometimes, like when I'm thinking of coming up with like some content or something, it'd be so funny how sometimes, like, if I take my time, like I'm gonna do it after I go to the gym, God always got a funny way to speeding up whatever I put off to the side. Like, hey, you shouldn't have put this up. You should have posted what you had on top of your brain before you was geeking to run to the gym. So, of course, on my process today going to the gym, Kevin Durant tweeted out and sit here and said, y'all always in my DM when I don't help y'all hit y'all parlays, but y'all ain't never sit here and cash at me nothing when I sit here and make y'all stuff hit. Because, of course, Kevin Durant had a crazy game last night against the Utah Jazz, and his stats, I'm going to read off, what was them numbers last night? He played crazy. He had 39 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, and what's the white boy that played for the Jazz? What is his name? Laurie Markkinen.
The one that went over the seas.
Yeah, he wear number 23 for the Jazz. He had 38, 17, and he had 2 blocks. So real quick, the reason what was so funny
that
about
was a foul.
No. He ain't had a block. That's you talking about Kevin Durant. No, not that Kevin Durant, John. I'm talking about Laurie Markkinen had 2 blocks.
No, that's what I'm saying. But Kevin Durant.
Oh, you talking about at the end of the game? While they won the game, he fouled him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a superstar. You get them calls. It's Kevin Durant. Like, I mean, you can't be mad at him for getting that call. I mean, he's supposed to. He's a superstar. I ain't mad at that. So anyway, long story short, Kevin, when he tweeted that out, it was just like, so then people, of course, every blog picked it up and everybody was talking about it. But it was just so funny because literally last night after that game, I literally sit here and sent out in our group chat with my younger brother and our cousin. I sent it. I was like, dog, this never fucking fails. The nights when I don't bet with these niggas, when we talk about parlays, they always have crazy numbers because I literally, the same 2 people, the Jazz played, the Jazz and the Suns played maybe a week ago. And I'm going to read y'all off my jumps. What was that? You said last Thursday? No, that was
part of Friday. Whatever the
well, it wasn't that. Well, then they didn't already play 3 times. It was the time before this. This was when it was just Kevin Durant and all the rest of them set out. So on this, John, matter of fact, I put my glasses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it had to be that. Because I was about to say they played the in tournament.
Yeah, this wasn't an in-tournament game. This was so I had on one for parlay, I had whatever, this probably was like 2 weeks ago. I had Nurkic, whatever his name is. I had him for 10 rebounds. He didn't get it. I had nigga, he that big man. What he supposed to buy? When
he rebounds, you got to, if they not missing.
Well, I thought he was. Nigga, they was playing the Jazz. Nigga, I guess what I had Laurie Markkinen down for 8 rebounds. I mean, and guess what he didn't? He didn't get it. That's my, I had him down for 25 points. He didn't get it. So that's my whole point. Only out of that whole, I had, this was a how many leg parlay? This was what? Shit. 7 leg parlay. Kevin Durant had 25 plus points and Eric Gordon had 10. Laurie Markkinen didn't have 25 points, didn't have 8 rebounds, and Jordan Clarkson, bitch ass, ain't even had 10 points that game. So again,
that's on you because I wouldn't have.
But you wouldn't have what? Because just okay, let's just see and say if I took off the Nurkic John. Okay, let's say if I was geeking on that one, I took that Nurkic off.
Jordan Clarkson, he have to check Devin Booker, right?
No, they didn't play that game. That's my point. It was only Kevin Durant.
I still wouldn't have had him doing anything. He's not. But like I said, he's nice.
But he be having 30-point games. That's my point.
That's not something that I'm gonna do. Like, oh, he had
10 points, dog. I had him down for 10. The nigga had 7.
He's not even his second option.
Why ain't he? Some nights he is, dog. I swear to God. Just Google. Whenever you get some chance, Google how many. I promise you, he didn't had more 20-point games this season than he didn't had 10-point games. So for him to get 10 points, I'm thinking, okay, dog, you should be able to get 10.
Right. That's just like D'Angelo Russell. He might have one game where he was named, then he don't have it the next 2-3 games.
But even perfect example for just a nigga like D-Lo. Because on Twitter, they love the first nigga name they love to throw out everybody should trade for is D-Lo. D-Lo that had 6 20+ games so far. They only played like 11 games. He had 6 20+ games. Nigga, he had a stretch 3 games back to back last week where he had 20, 25+. One game it was him and LeBron. They both had 28. And the rest of the niggas ain't show up. So that's why I'm saying I get it. Again, I like, and the reason why I say a lot of people, especially when it comes to the comment section, I be had to check niggas at the door. Niggas say, "Oh, you hyping up Dylan Brooks. This probably his best first game." I said, "Well, slow down. Guess what you should do before you come in this comment section? Again, this ain't the shade room. Google him. This nigga done had multiple 20-point games this season. And then guess what you told me? That basically you told me you didn't watch none of the FIBA games during the summer. This nigga done had 30-point, endless 30 games during the FIBA zone. Dylan Brooks is not a bum. And that's again when I'm talking about the Memphis Grizzlies are just a dickhead organization because they let a nigga go who obviously as soon as he get to Houston, I'm not saying he's saying the whole turnaround is on him, but nigga, he helped. That nigga last night when they was losing to the Lakers, that nigga hit 2 big threes to bring them back in that game. And that nigga be playing a lot of defense, though. I don't care what niggas say. And that's why I even appreciate LeBron James even for acknowledging him and giving him some props. He's like, dog, sometimes I need that. I need a nigga to be talking crazy to me so I get that extra motivation. This is year 21 for me, dog. So shout outs to Dylan Brooks and shout outs to LeBron. LeBron had what he had 37 last night. He went King James crazy. Oh my God, dog. Watching Lakers games is such a goddamn roller coaster because I swear to God, this nigga Austin Reeves pulled one from the goddamn parking lot and he hit that shit. I was in this joint losing my goddamn mind. So shout outs to the Lakers. Shout outs to Austin Reeves. And again, shout outs to Dylan Brooks. And shout outs to Kevin Durant. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at that tweet, but I am mad at that tweet because nigga. And I do realistically, I do, and I came on here and said it before, you do need to slow down on the parlays. Because if I go actually look at the majority of the time when I lose bets, it be messing with them parlays. Or then sometimes, like you said, in this NBA season so far, a lot of the teams that you expect to win, they ain't been winning like they supposed to. Some of them Phoenix that lost a lot of games, nigga, they lost to the Spurs. And that was one of the games that I lost money on, betting with the goddamn Suns. And they nowhere in hell they should have lost to the Spurs. And they lost to them twice.
You seen the ESPN joint?
The ESPN what?
Bet.
Nah, I still ain't seen it yet. I know you told me about it yesterday, but I haven't looked at it yet. I wouldn't even have made no bets today on FanDuel if they ain't give me my money for that Bengals Eagles thing. I was pissed. I mean, not Bengals, Bengals and Ravens thing. Like, nigga, pay me all that money that y'all owe me. I'm not about to keep dipping money in the here. That's one of the conversations me and J-Bo had before about betting. I'm like, dog, you just need to have whatever's in your thing for betting, leave it in. After you lose it, like, nigga, take a break. Like, you can't just keep pouring in. I'm not about to just keep pouring in. Whatever I got there, I need to win off of that or I'm not putting nothing back. Give yourself a break. And I think a lot of people don't be giving themselves a break. You just want to keep boom, 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 boom. Nah, it don't work like that. I guess we can, you want to get into ASAP Rocky real quick, or I mean, we could try and figure out something a little bit.
Because I'm confused in that.
What you mean? What you confused about?
That video. Because it showed two different people.
They look like they were shooting.
You can't even see nobody shooting. Like I said, I saw.
Yeah, you can't really see. I couldn't see the shooting part. You could see when ASAP Rocky pulled out the gun, and you could see him.
That's
when he
him pulling
it.
out. Okay,
yeah.
So that's him with the hood, with
the hoodie on, and then he pulled out the gun. Yeah. So like,
But the video when they show, I guess when they showed before, he didn't have. I don't think he had that hoodie on. That's why I said I was confused. Like looking at the.
So my question of the day is who gonna go to jail first, ASAP Rocky or Diddy? Because that ASAP Rocky joke, if that video right, nigga, it's hard to sit here. They got footage on you, dog. And you in California. That California, this ain't Florida. This ain't Texas. Ain't no stand your ground law. I think their gun laws in California just as damn near as rough as New York. It may be a little bit more lenient, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go out on the limb. I don't think them gun laws is as loose in California.
Yeah, I don't see neither one of them probably doing jail time.
How do ASAP Rocky beat this with literally on camera look like you can see him with the gun? Like the only part that got tricky, like because it don't got no sound, I can't hear when he shot it. But you see him pulling it out, and then you see him putting it back in. But then you see him going like around the corner, and then you see it look like an altercation occurred. Then, so I can't really tell.
That's what I said.
Like I couldn't, like it got blurry, so I can't really tell because of course it didn't. Like I said, the video didn't have no sound. You just looking at footage, and it just like the footage ain't like it's on somebody's cell phone. This looked like some damn footage off of like an old ass like convenience store type of junk. Like they ain't got modern. Like this ain't one of them Ring camera type junks. This look like some regular store footage. So I don't know, but I definitely know. They told ASAP Rocky, nigga, this is going to trial, buddy.
Oh, I see. So what did they try? What are the charges on it?
I want to assault with a deadly weapon.
That's what it.
Yeah.
Okay. So one. I still don't see neither one of them doing time.
So if you think ASAP Rocky not gonna do time, I mean, only way realistically he probably can't do time if he probably paid a ASAP Bari nigga not to come to court or something. You gonna have to pay somebody. You gonna have to spend to not to go to jail, and they got you on camera, at least even showing the gun. Because let's just say if I don't know, like if the gun is not a registered gun, I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know the laws in California, but let's just say you still got a firearm, it's still on camera. So like, how do you? Like I said, he gonna have to spend if he don't go to jail, he gonna have to spend a lot of money, dog. A lot.
You gotta spend it to beat them cases anyway. So
yeah, that would kind of be nuts because I definitely would love to see how the internet, because everybody love Rihanna, but I would love to see how the internet treat that situation of if ASAP Rocky got to end up doing some real jail time and then Rihanna become a single baby mother. Raising her kids by herself because her husband in jail. Just it don't beat the stereotypes. It's sorry. I mean, black people, we got a lot of stereotypes that we trying to beat, and that one wouldn't. It'll kind of rely into the rest of them. Sound crazy, but it's the truth. This nigga get locked up, and let's just say, okay, they'll find him guilty. Look what they just did to Tory. Tory got hit with 10. Yeah, ASAP Bari not big as Meg Thee Stallion, so you might not have to do 10 years. And this story not as big. And the only reason why this story probably not as big is because people love Rihanna so much. And this was just ASAP. If ASAP Rocky ain't hurry up and put these babies in Rihanna and he was just thugging it out here by himself, I don't necessarily know if he even be free right now. Look how what he was in Sweeten when they did him, wherever he was locked up, nigga. Donald Trump had to come and save him.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that's why I don't see him, regardless of whether he's with Rihanna, I don't see him doing the time.
We're gonna see. We gonna see. Got high hopes for you. What my man Drake say. We gonna see. Let that joint load up. Piss. Oh, he did. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So the NBA required LaMelo Ball to cover up his LF neck tattoo, which is short for his middle name LaFrance, but it's also the logo of his clothing brand. According to the collective bargaining agreement, players are prohibited from displaying commercial logos or corporate insignia on their body or in their hair during games. But of course, LaMelo isn't the only case. If you remember, his older brother Lonzo was required to cover up his Big Baller brand tattoo. The league required J.R. Smith to cover up his Supreme leg tat. And when Iman Shumpert got the Adidas logo design on the back of his head, the league made him cut it off. But LaMelo's reps did have some pushback in regards to the enforcement of the rule. If you remember Marcin Gortat having the Jumpman logo tatted on his leg, even when the league was outfitted by Adidas, he wasn't required to cover it up. And Melo's Warner Brothers, aka West Baltimore tattoo. But the NBA countered and said that since those were not endorsement partnerships, that it was fine. So the NBA required LaMelo Ball to cover.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. That's kind of corny, but I guess I get it because it's just like I can't say I get it, but I get it. This is like we sit here spending all this money on TV endorsements and whatever the case may be. You kind of can't just run around and get free promo.
Nigga, the same reason why we talked about the niggas wearing the suits on the on TV. Like why they can't just wear regular clothes?
Yeah, regular clothes, just because of the
They can't
branding
just
and
be
the marketing and stuff like that. You can't just be giving people free promo and we sitting here selling advertisement. So I mean, I get it.
It's like a lot of these people who on YouTubes and stuff like that, they got to cover up them Nike signs when you be recording.
For real?
Yeah. You be saying when you look at a lot of people that be recording, they got a what's name covering up their logos.
Oh, I never paid that no attention.
Yeah.
I never pay. I mean, I know probably with like big. I know like if it's on the ESPN or like one of them bigger shows.
Nah, they be you
Yeah,
gotta cover up the logo.
yeah, that's crazy. That don't. I mean, that's wild. But real quick, the reason why I even wanted to play that because it was a bigger story in the NBA, which is OD, and I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of ridiculous, dog. Brandon Ingram's. This is OC though. Brandon Ingram, baby mother, literally just got pregnant by Miles Simon. I mean, what's his name? Miles Sampson or Miles Simon? Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. Anthony Simons. That's right. Anthony Simons. Whatever his name is. He played for the Portland Trail Blazers. For people who don't know who Brandon Ingram is, Brandon Ingram used to play for the Lakers the same time as LaMelo Ball, Kyle Kuzma, all of them. He got traded for Anthony Davis to the New Orleans Pelicans. And I guess they all from Texas or something that I read. I think the girl is from Texas or whatever the case may be, because I believe the story when I read it, and which was crazy and it was wild disrespectful. They was like the first time she got pregnant, she didn't know that if the baby was Brandon Ingram's or not. So I guess they didn't have like no baby shower or nothing the case may be. And I was just like, damn, that's kind of when I read it, it was literally I seen it on Twitter and everybody was just talking about that first line where it was like, damn, she didn't know who the first baby father was. And then it was this time with Anthony Simons was she, of course, you know, their baby shower, she tried to put a, you know, like a emoji or something over his face so people wouldn't know it was him, but they, I guess, recognized the tattoos, and I guess some of his family members was in the picture. So people recognized his family members, I guess, paid attention to his tattoos, and it was like they put two and two together. And I was like, bro, yeah, it's not no new girls. Like, no, that, man, I'm not, come on, dog. I ain't trying to be running behind another nigga like that, though. I need my BM to be fresh. We not playing in the same league. And it ain't like Brandon Ingram. Like, Brandon Ingram's not a huge talker, but Brandon Ingram ain't no scrub. Brandon Ingram will make an all-star game again before Anthony Simons.
You all got the internet.
Yeah, but I need something new, dog.
What you need new? You going after the same type of girl.
That's why you can't. You gotta step outside the box. I'm not trying to have, bro. No, dog. Like them, that just to me, I feel like them games get just weird. It just the looks get. Shout outs to Drake and shout outs to J. Cole. Both of them shouted out James Harden, but Drake's, I mean, of course, J. Cole line was a little bit more wholesome. He was talking about tennis shoes, kind of throwing shots at Adidas a little bit. And then, of course, Drake's was talking about James Harden. Still a niggas girls. You lost your girl to the sniper. Shout outs to 13.
But that's my thing. I just don't get with you. You said how you keep.
But they didn't say the girl name. She just shouted out Drake. I mean, he just shouted out James Harden.
But that's why I'm saying I don't get how you saying I don't see how you keep getting the same girls. Like these girls go to these games and go to these hotels and these clubs for that reason.
I get what you're saying,
If you
and I hear what you're saying, but
if you don't know that's your girl or that's what's name, if she the popping chick in the town, when you come in town, and
that's why I think when I was reading the story, they said she was from Texas, but it's just, and I don't know necessarily know. I guess Brandon Ingram must be from Texas too. I don't know if Anthony Simons is from Texas as well, but nah, dog. Texas got a lot of beautiful women, dog.
Don't mind if they got a lot of beautiful women. If they not at the game or they not where you at. You only see them.
But okay, but hold on, a perfect example. What you just said though, Marcus, we all got social media. The explore page work the same for all of us.
Nigga, you not showing your girl. You're not showing. They're in the NBA. I'm not showing you who I'm fucking. You're not going to see me hard eyeing them. You're not going to see me like them. I slide in the DM. I talk to them. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to do what we do. If I catch you at the game or at the club, we're going to do. They're not sitting here. Oh yeah, this is my boo.
So you saying that you think that, well, of course, because Anthony Simons is younger than Brandon Ingram, you think that he didn't know that that's Brandon Ingram baby mother?
How would he know? If they ain't posting pictures, how would you know?
Okay, you got a point. I can't argue that one.
I don't see you with your kids. I don't know who your baby mother
is. And you know, and the only reason why I can't argue with you that one because Brandon Ingram is a very nigga, his personality is just super private. Like he not a huge talk. Even when he won most improving player, and this was during the pandemic, and they did that interview, nigga, that interview was so dry because that's just not his personality. He ain't a huge talker. He don't talk. He just play basketball.
Yeah, and I'm not going to show you who she is.
Yeah, then that kind of go with our niggas got to stop hiding their girl then. Unless you really don't care. No, like if that story is true on how that played out with the Brandon Ingram situation, like if he didn't know, you know what I'm saying, if the girl really didn't know if that was the case, so if this was just like, okay, I'm dealing with this girl, got her pregnant, she kept the baby, then I'm sure I can't be disappointed in Anthony Simons. I can still be disappointed in him, but I can understand where it wouldn't be no beef between him and Brandon Ingram. Because if Brandon Ingram just treating it like I just slipped up, I got caught slipping, it's not no real deal. Like this wasn't my girlfriend, this was just somebody I was dealing with. And he probably won't feel no type of way. Don't even care. It is what it is. You look like the nigga out here playing with Thanksgiving seconds. That's a rough one though, dog. God damn. I seen that. I was like, holy snipe. And that's all you kept saying. Everybody on Twitter was just like, dog, these niggas don't know, ain't no different girls for them. Like, why you gotta keep recycling? I just think about, I really be wanting to know, like, because when you hear those little leak stories, like when we talked about the Kelly Oubre and James Harden joint like a couple months ago.
That shit that I sent you about Tim Duncan.
What you sent me something about Tim Duncan, but of course it was Tim Duncan. I don't think I even played
to her, and they said that might be Robert Ory's kids.
Oh, I remember you sending that story, and I remember Tim Duncan. Hold up.
And they was married for like 10 years.
I hope this shit ain't got no music. These niggas be blowing me. Okay, real quick while I'm looking for that, shout out to Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher won the war out of this battle because, of course, if for people who don't know the story, the backstory on Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes had a fight. Matt Barnes beat the hell out of Derek Fisher because Derek Fisher was dating Matt Barnes' ex-wife behind his back. And the reason why Matt Barnes found out because I think
that shit is messy. Now that shit.
So his kids end up saying something, slipping up, saying that Derek Fisher was around in the house, and Matt Barnes found out, and then Matt Barnes drove like I remember that story. I think he was on the phone with Gilbert Arenas. He drove like an hour, some change, maybe like 2 hours. They literally beat Derek Fisher down, and he did. And everybody, and so now, long story short, that was a couple years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but this was a couple years ago because everybody that told this story. Gilbert Arenas told this story from his side of him being on the phone trying to calm Matt Barnes down. Matt Barnes told this story a million times. And I think even his ex-wife told the story before because I'm sure they had to like file like a restraining order or something on Matt Barnes. It don't matter. So now, long story short, when I said Derek Fisher wins the war because now Derek Fisher is coaching Matt Barnes' kids. So it's just like now you kind of like I'm his stepdad and he then coaches like
he was their godfather. I thought.
No, hell no. I don't think him and
he
Derek
had
Fisher.
They had a relationship because that's what they said. Uncle Derek was here.
Oh, you right. They did say that. That was the word they used. Absolutely right. Hold on, let me find this Tim Duncan story that you sent. I definitely seen you sent it, but I didn't. Just because it was Tim Duncan, I don't even think I clicked it.
Because it was in the family joint, I saw.
Yeah, no, you did. I remember seeing it, but I just don't. Oh, here you go.
Duncan's love interests, there is quite a lot of detail, which are actually sad, scary, but beautiful. Duncan's first love interest was Amy. Amy Duncan was born in 1977 in North Carolina to Judy and Fred Sherrill. She attended Wake Forest University, and it was during her time there as a cheerleader that she had met Tim Duncan. The two began dating in 1992. They married in July 2001 and had 2 kids. Amy recalled in an interview years ago about how nervous she had been when Tim left her to play pro basketball. I was still in college, and we had those first couple of months when I was convinced you were going off to do bad things, Amy says. Then all the uncertainties went away, and you did that for me by calling and reassuring me that you weren't. You weren't out there doing bad things. You rekindled that belief. But then, many years later, it all became an unfortunate disaster. The couple announced their divorce in 2013 after 12 years of marriage, while Tim had accused Amy of sleeping around with different men, including her personal trainer. And what's even worse, TMZ Sports leaked files that revealed that Sydney and Draven are not actually his kids. It was revealed that their father is most likely Robert Horry, the former Spurs player who Duncan was hardly ever on good terms with. Nevertheless, Duncan still remains a loving father to Sydney and Draven. As for Duncan's love interests, there is quite a lot.
Jesus Christ, dog. Oh my God. Hey, real quick, shout out to Tim Duncan, dog. You are a different breed of a man, dog. That would have sent me over the top. Nigga, I'd be in jail right now. I would never have made it to the Hall of Fame. Are you crazy? No, that's what, again, like, and I'm a God fan, man, but dog, there's some lines that just be like, oh my God, dog. That would send you over the top. Come on, dog. This can't, oh my.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit.
Oh my God, dog. Ain't no way in hell. If it wasn't that long, I would play that back, dog. Are you crazy?
That's why I say, dog, you can't.
Nah, dog. Stop. Oh my God. These women are vicious, dog. Jesus Christ. What the hell?
You gotta think about it. Well, who else is around? When we having games and all this, who else is around? Like, it ain't that many. Like, the litter ain't that big. I play the games at night. I'm doing a day. Most people at work. So what do I got to pick from?
Yeah, nigga, that's crazy. Ain't no way in hell, dog. I don't even know if it's necessarily even have to play this clip of Slim Thug, but this nigga
Actually click on a fuck.
I don't even want to play that Cassie. Cassie was mad because people, of course, he finally, I guess, got back on live stream since he did the jail thing. So he responded to all the clips and all the videos of people he's saying. And I think T Grizzly did an interview with Angela Yee. And shout out to Angela Yee again, because I definitely don't think she gets brought up enough just because she, of course, I don't necessarily know if a lot of blogs don't pick her up because she got the lady from the Jasmine brand on the show with her. So is that kind of like some hate type of situation? Because she do a lot of good interviews, like a lot of like interviews that like, I mean, and now it kind of made me be like, damn, I wonder was she bringing a lot of these people up to the Breakfast Club? Because a lot of the younger rappers that people actually listen to, she bring a lot of them up there. Like I said, T Grizzly, you had an interview with her. A lot of people had interviews with Angela Yee. So shout outs to Angela Yee. Oh, we didn't.
Did you see that Dwight Howard shit surfacing around?
Oh, dog, listen. Dwight Howard's a troll, though. Dwight Howard is a goddamn troll. For people who don't know what we're talking about, Dwight Howard, he started off and said 200,000, and then the blogs picked it up and upped it up to 300 to make it just. Would you rather go out on a date with Dwight Howard or for two? He started off at 200,000, and he said the blogs added the extra 300,000 because too many people were saying that they would go out on with Dwight Howard. So of course, as soon as it got picked up on the bigger blogs like the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk. The women, no, they said 500, but then the women was like, "Oh, this must be a question only for men only."
I ain't even gonna look at the comments because I already knew that shit was gonna be disrespectful.
Nigga, because there's no way that he shouldn't even play with himself like that. But he's a troll, and you know he a troll because he put that out there because he knew for a fact one, it was gonna get traction, and for two, that he knew that the conversation was gonna eat him alive, though. Because there's no nigga, ain't no way nobody's want to go, no woman, no one go out on no date with you. And damn sure ain't no straight man trying to go out on no goddamn date with Dwight Howard.
It was
nigga,
something else he commented on. Oh, it was something else. I seen him in the comments, and niggas was like, "Oh, he ain't talking about you." It was some. Damn, I forgot what it was. It was some. Oh, I think it was the Snoop Dogg shit. He commented on that.
Oh, what? Stop smoking.
Yeah, it was some.
Shout out to Snoop Dogg. He got niggas on that one. I'm not even gonna hold you. And I don't know how much
that shit was a
nigga. How much you think he got paid for that? So for people who don't know, we talking about Snoop Dogg. Basically, came out. Of course, he tweeted him like, "Man, I'm not smoking no more," whatever the case may be. And it was. He let it fly for the whole weekend. So everybody, people chiming in, calling, Ray like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna ride with my uncle. I'm gonna stop after the Thanksgiving." Meek Mill's like, "Oh, if Snoop can stop, I'm gonna stop." So then today the commercial dropped where it was basically for, I think it's a smokeless what is it, a smokeless smokeless fireplace or something like that. Yeah. So the way he was like, the commercial was fire, but it was just like literally, I want to know how much did you pay him, because he let it up, like he let that story.
They put the picture up there and he was like, respect my privacy. That's who it was. It was Dwight was in that comment and they was like, respect my privacy. And of course, the White was like, "Yeah, me, I understand what you're saying." And they was like, "Nah, nigga, not what you talking about."
Yeah, so that one it get tricky. I like I said, I don't necessarily know what type of. I want to play the Slim Thug shit just because I feel like just for conversation purposes. But I don't want to get a stupid ass nigga no type of play. But I do feel like it need to be talked about. Let me play this Slim Thug shit. Hold on.
My Friendsgiving, guys.
You ready?
Yeah.
Again, so all right, I found this clip. I'm gonna play this Slim Thug comments real quick. Diddy, of course, that he made on the Diddy and Cassie situation. And he is one of the, well, I guess who else said some Corey Guns, I think, or something. I don't know. I'm not playing none of them
Peter
over.
Guns.
Yeah, Peter Guns. One of them irrelevant old loving hip hop ass niggas. I'm not playing them. I just want to play the Slim Thug one just because literally him running his mouth, they cleaned his ass up on social media. Well, actually on Twitter.
Cosby coming back and getting puffed. I don't believe in that, man. When you go down, speak on that right then, or it's out of it. It should be null and void. You shouldn't even have no type of nothing. You shouldn't be able to do shit unless you let the people know what happened immediately. There should be a time limit on this shit. What happened was you got around them up, stand up on love. This is what happened. I'm gonna tell you what always happened, right? You was with a billionaire with all this bread, all this time, and then you went followed your heart to with a trainer. That motherfucking apartment got smiled in the that lifestyle fell off. Now it's struggle time. The love wearing off, and now you trying to come up with ways to figure out how to get paid. They're coming back and getting Bill Cosby. All the people who really was abused and how your life was as a victim was hard. I have sympathy. Now you should call the police and shouldn't wait. If you shouldn't be just sitting around. You shouldn't be trying to sue them up. You should just get the abuser locked up so it don't happen to nobody else. All the people who really was abused, maybe she didn't want to get the police involved. Isn't that what you represent? All right. She got her bag, so everything good. But I'm just saying that didn't sound like no abuser victim to me. It sounded like I needed that bag, and she got it, and everything good now. She fixed. Everybody happy now, right?
I thought I was looking for the John. I thought this was where he apologized too. But I ain't looking for. But again, and the crazy thing is, where I don't, of course, y'all know I don't agree. Just from the rant that I had a couple minutes ago, I don't think you should be looking for bread. Like the money thing shouldn't be your play. Like, and I ain't talking about after the sue. I'm talking about when we're talking about dating, and that's just and real quick. The reason why he feel that way, and you trying to double down on women shouldn't date for love or whatever the case may be because you're trying to a lifestyle. Because Slim Dugg is a trick. He didn't talk endless video. Only time his videos even go viral is when he talked about tricking on women. And again, that's just some pandering shit that a bunch of niggas on the internet be saying, trying to pander to an audience, which I just totally disagree with. But again, if you missed what I said earlier on Twitter, people pulled up him used to date Latoya Luckett and end up cheating on her and getting his cousin pregnant. So Slim Thug, relax, my nigga. Like we talked about Kevin Durant. We talked about Snoop. Oh, we didn't talk about Boosie. Boosie is told Rod Wave that he was gonna sue him. Rod Wave sampled a Boosie song, literally verbatim, like sampled it and didn't get it cleared with Boosie. And Boosie was like, "Nigga, you got me fucked up. Like, nigga, you are eating." He was like, "Man, we supposed to."
And I respect what he said.
What?
Rod Wave, you ain't see his response?
Oh, yeah, Rod Wave. Yeah, Rod Wave's like, "Nigga, you ain't gotta sue me. I'll pull up on you and bring you the bread. Just say a real price."
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be ridiculous. And I understand what Rod Wave was saying when he was like, "Nigga, say a real price. Don't be ridiculous." Like, come on, dog.
Because how long that song been out? The song been out.
I was one of Boosie songs that he had out before he even got locked up.
No,
so
I'm talking about Rod Wave song.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't even go look to see what Rod Wave song it was. I mean, when they put the two beside each other, I don't know how long it came out or what album it is. Like, I ain't about to sit here and make it like I'm some huge goddamn Rod Wave fan. But I respect both of them. I respect Boosie realistically, like you said, you wouldn't just be randomly sampling no other big musician shit. So
yeah, she would if you can get away with it.
Yeah, but
he
when
probably
you
thought he was gonna get away with it. If you said that was before he got locked up, so that was a long time ago.
No, that was before Boosie got locked up.
Right.
So it's an old Boosie song, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So
but what I'm saying is, nigga, Rod Wave is too big of a. Rod Wave is a arena touring artist, and a charting artist. All of Rod Wave projects chart. We talked about that last week. There's no way in hell that Rod Wave thought that Boosie, and let's be clear, Boosie is a money hungry nigga. Boosie didn't say that a million times. Boosie done told you, I don't care what city you in, we can get them brown bags together wherever and whenever. So for the way Boosie talk, nigga, Boosie is suing his goddamn brother, his blood brother. So the Boosie, that you know what type of timing Boosie is on when it comes to the bread. So Boosie told the nigga, like, nigga, you pay me. You got to clear my shit like you would clear anybody else shit. And again, like I said, I respect Rod Wave. Like, nigga, okay, tell me the price. I'll pull up to you and I'll bring the money. Like, nigga, I sampled your music because I like your music. I fuck with you. It is what it is. But you ain't got to sue me. Let me just bring you the bread. So, I mean, I respect both of them. I understand where Boosie was coming from at the same time as I respect Rod Wave for like, you ain't got to sue me. Just tell me the price and say a real price. Don't be like, oh, I want $2 million for this. Like, come on, dog. Because then you're going to make me want to just go clear it the regular way.
Mm-hmm.
Because that ain't no $2 million sample. So like, you be like, give me 50 bands or something like that. Come on, like, let's be real. It shouldn't be more than 100,000. And I guess in other news, real quick, while we talking about suing or we talking about numbers, Of course, y'all know. I think I played once last week. I played the Saucy Santana diss and DJ Academic song. And Academics, of course, he had some time while he was cleaning up the Diddy situation. And he was just basically like, nigga, you did all that to diss me and you only got 8,000 plays on this song on Spotify. And of course, Saucy Santana's response was, nigga, this ain't no hit record. I wasn't trying to. I was just, nigga, I wanted to diss you. That's it. This ain't no song. I ain't promoting it or whatever the case may be. But I guess Academic's point was, he'd been making this point a long time ago, even when he got into it with Ari before. Because you were popular on the Shade Room don't actually mean that these people actually support you. They just support the bullshit. The reason why you on the Shade Room. Like, I'm not 100, like, you don't have fans just because these people, every time somebody posts you, is a bunch of clips. Because, like, even with that Slim Thug situation, it's 27,000 comments on that jump. I'm sure even if it was something positive or whatever, 27,000 people not about to go support anything Slim Thug got going on. So that I do think sometimes with social media, that's where it can become very misleading, where you sit here and say, I get posted up on one of these big blogs, and then you think you got some motion, and you don't. And that, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, y'all know, I didn't play Saucy Santana songs on here, so I ain't making it like I don't like Saucy Santana music, because I do. But it just, you do got to kind of realize what the difference is between what's real support and then what's that kind of like that social media fluff where it's not no real
real love.
Yeah, it ain't no real love on it. It's just, and well, I ain't about to say shout outs, but Polo G brother is facing a attempted murder charge. Well, has been not attempted murder, arrested for murder, saying he was in a drive-by shooting. I want to say they said he was shooting outside of a car. And other Chicago news, G Herbo, his court date got pushed back to January 11th. So I think he was supposed to have a sentence. I think he was supposed to get ready to come up, so it's got pushed back until next year, January 11th. But the real question, I did have a story that quick before we get out of here, I wanted to talk to you about was the CEO of what gaming company is this? I think it's the GTA game or something.
Rockstar.
Yeah, I think he was saying it was one of them companies. I don't necessarily, because it ain't Rockstar. It's one of them other Jones. But he was basically saying that the game should figure out a way to charge people per hour. To be honest, that probably would be the best thing to send the world back to a different place. Because you start charging people by the hour, niggas just not gonna play the game no more.
Why would you charge somebody for about an hour?
I don't know. But that was just something he was just like, you know, niggas just flushing out ideas. Of course, people just going for the money grab, being hungry, just saying whatever.
You gonna charge me to play a game for about an hour, but I don't get charged for the internet about an hour. Fucking sense do that make?
Did you listen to Andre 3000 play the flute?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it literally was just him playing the flute.
Mm-hmm.
No words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that nigga's crazy.
Relaxing. So some of y'all niggas need to listen to.
Yeah, if Vlad did, I guess Vlad kind of put him on blast. I don't necessarily, but this again is the numbers thing where, of course, you kind of like, I don't think Andre 3000 was putting out a flute album for numbers, dog. But Vlad, people were just like, Andre 3000 won't never have a career outside of Outkast, and he probably scared more than whatever. I don't necessarily know if it's any of that. I don't think you can be that good of a rapper and actually be scared of anything, but especially not numbers. I don't. If you already rich, I don't necessarily know if you care.
Obviously, he don't care about the money, because look how he dressed and present himself. Ooh.
Matter of fact, you know, I got a better question, and I'm mad that I didn't tie this in when we was talking about Wayne and Drake earlier. Do you think that Wayne keeps putting out so much music to keep Drake at bay from actually just running away with the GOAT conversation?
Is that close?
I think if you ask, it depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
No, yes and no. I think because I'm sure I said it. I think even when, like, what was it, like last summer or whatever, when me and Mike was recording, we were saying, I think Wayne is the greatest rapper of all times to rap about absolutely nothing. Like, even after listening, like, Wayne don't rap about nothing. Wayne know how to put words together, know how to say cool, clever punchlines, bars, whatever the case may be. But when we sitting here talking about storytelling, or we talking about rapping with music with substance, Drake got him beat with all of that. Even hook making ability. Drake makes better hooks than Wayne. Wayne is a way better rapper. But I think Wayne consistently puts out music where it's like, because Wayne is a competitor. Wayne watch sports. Wayne, of course, he do the sports show with fucking Skip Bayless every Friday. So you know he has that competitive nature. I don't think realistically, I think Wayne is cool with because he put Drake and Nicki on, but I don't think that he just laying down and okay with people just like, oh, this is the GOAT. Drake is this, that, and the third. I think Wayne be like, well, okay, let me keep putting out projects. Let me keep putting out verses where
I don't think he's competing with him. I think he's just doing it just to do it.
Yeah, but after you stop competing sometimes, then you kind of lose.
But I don't think he's competing with him.
Who you think he competing with then?
I don't think he's competing at all.
So you don't think Wayne wants to be known as the greatest rapper of all time?
Has it changed since he said it the first time?
Like I said, I think it depends on who you ask. I think Drake fans think that he better than Lil Wayne? Yes. Do I think Drake is better than Lil Wayne? No.
Because if you saying Drake fans are not. I don't see him like as a rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like when you say that Drake fans, like more Drake fans are more females, right?
I can't say that. I mean, he wouldn't have.
I can't say he got that many male fans.
You can't say
because
that.
Look how many niggas say, "Oh, I don't listen to that soft shit." Like, look how many people say that about him. So how can you really be a Drake fan?
Oh, I think he still got fans though, because I don't think people would if he didn't have
yes,
male
he still got fans, but I don't feel like he has like Lil Wayne fans.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I can't. It's hard to sit here and say that
because he's probably less. Drake is getting more newer fans. Lil Wayne might not be getting more newer fans. He got the fans. People probably still got the same fan cores. He might couple it here and there. Drake is getting newer, younger.
But you know, okay, just bro, you know, one thing I can't say that I thought was smart. It was kind of cool, and people may not even look at it like this. I do think realistically, Drake putting out that Scary Hours 3 probably helped more people listen to that Wayne and 2 Chainz. If you wasn't familiar that the Wayne and 2 Chainz was coming out, and then you go rush to Apple Music or wherever you go to go listen to the Drake, and after you listen to the Drake, then you hold on, let that John load up. Then you go. We can still keep talking about who's on YouTube anyway. You can rush and go like, okay, I just finished listening like I did. Okay, I listened to the Drake first, and then I go listen to the Wayne and 2 Chainz. Then I kept listening to the Wayne and 2 Chainz.
I wouldn't say he helped it. You was gonna listen to the Wayne 2 Chainz.
No,
anyway.
no, of course. But I'm saying what about for people who not like me? Nigga, we know when everything come out because we talk about it. We get on here every Friday and talk about. I mean, you know, we talk about new music. But what about for the people who don't?
Still, because the people who don't, then you didn't go to there. That's my only thing. Like I said, if you're not listening to podcasts or whatever the case may be, I don't think people like just let me check see what comes out new this week. I don't think people check like that. I don't think people check like that.
This shit tripping.
With the YouTube?
No, not the YouTube. The podcast on. They just keep stopping. We can stop it there though. It's cool.